Yo, what's up, everybody? This your boy back at y'all with another one. Shouts out to the LDBC Lions Den basketball community. Give the video a like, hit the subscribe, ring the bell whenever I go live. That way you get those notifications. Also, subscribe to the Patreon. I'll leave a link to the Patreon when the stream is over with. So, last night the Warriors lost by 39 points. You know, it's bad when a lot of the ire has been drawn towards Stephen Curry. Hey, look, he's struggling right now. There's no denying that. He is struggling. But the team is only as good as its coach. And I know I get on, we got on Stephen Curry, Andrew Wiggins. You know how I feel about Andrew Wiggins. I think he's a bum. Kelly Oubre, he just had not taken the next step. What's up, Black Reality TV? So to my boy, Black Reality TV in the building. So it should be no question at this point that Steve Kerr was placed in a favorable situation. You see what happens when he actually has to coach. He's just not good. He's just not good. Now, he almost got away with it. Think about it. When the Warriors were going to the NBA Finals, they was winning all those championships and all that, right? Because they won 3. They went to 5 NBA Finals. They won 3. People were talking about him being one of the greatest coaches ever. And he almost got away with it. And what did he really had to do? When you got 3 of the best shooters in this generation, one can make an argument in the history of the league, on the same team at the same time. I mean, how much coaching do you really have to do? Now, we got to go back, right? To get to where we are now, we have to go back. And if you remember back before Mark Jackson took over, right? They were very good. They were not very good. For real. They were not very good. When Mark Jackson got there, they progressed every year. Right? They got eliminated from the playoffs in Game 7 in the first round when Andrew Bogut got hurt. That would lead to Mark Jackson being fired. They come up with all this other stuff to get Mark Jackson up out of there. Now, the team has made progress throughout the years Mark Jackson was head coach. They bring in Steve Kerr, right? Steve Kerr was placed in a very favorable situation. Now, before the Splash Brothers came to what they are to be, right? Mark Jackson was touting that this team had 2 of the best shooters in the history of the league. People laughed at Mark Jackson. People, criticize Mark Jackson. But these same people that's criticized Mark Jackson won't give him his credit for building that team. They made it out to be like the GM did all this stuff. But the GM brings in the players, but it's up to the coach to develop them. You wouldn't get as much as I don't like the motherfucker, but you wouldn't get the Draymond Green you have now without Mark Jackson. And I think a lot of those Draymond Green antics, Mark Jackson would have reeled that shit in. He wouldn't let that thing, Steve Kerr let that thing fester until it becomes this uncontrollable beast. Right? What's up, Polo? Salute to you, man. And then when Steve Kerr had Luke Walton coach those games because of his back. And then you had Mike Brown coach some of those games because of his back again. and the Warriors was winning those games. And people was like, oh my God, Steve Kerr, man, look how he developed his assistant coaches. Meanwhile, someone could have made a case for Luke Walton, right? But it turns out Luke Walton's not that good of a coach, because when he got his head coaching game with the Lakers struggled. When he got fired from the Lakers, went to goddamn Sacramento. Not even 2 days after he got fired from the Lakers, he gets a job with the Sacramento Kings. And look what Luke Walton is doing with the Sacramento Kings. Absolutely nothing. So is Steve Kerr that great of a coach? Right? Mike Brown, they was like, oh yeah, well, Mike Brown, Mike Brown, he really learned something about the Steve Kerr, but they overlooked the fact that Mike Brown had already taken a team to the NBA Finals. He took the Cleveland Cavaliers to the NBA Finals. So did he really learn that much from Steve Kerr? Maybe, just maybe, Mike Brown is a good coach. Anyway, so Klay Thompson goes down with the injury, right? He goes down with the injury in the NBA Finals against the Toronto Raptors. They end up losing that Finals. So Klay Thompson, with his injury, he ended up missing the next season as well. Stephen Curry breaks his hand 5 games into the season, and we don't see him till like March. Draymond Green, this bastard, all he wants to do is get 2 quick technical fouls and get kicked out the game because he can't hack it. But yet he commands a max salary. So you don't mean to tell me that Steve Kerr, who's supposed to be this so-called genius, he's supposed to be this so-called wizard, oh my God, he can't do no wrong, right? And yet they're playing in games where they're not even competitive. It's one thing to lose a game. It's a whole nother thing to not be competitive. And Steve Kerr is not competitive. You know what I'm saying? He got this team not playing very good basketball. And when the Warriors winning all those championships, did Mark Jackson get any of that credit? Huh? At least in these YouTube streets, my brother Ticket, myself, Too Raw for TV, we were giving him credit. I'm pretty sure other brothers in LDBC gave him credit too. Mark Jackson never got the credit he deserved, and that's bullshit. They don't have the Klay Thompsons, the Andre Iguodala's, Sean Livingston's, right? Now those guys ain't there. Sean Livingston retired. Now you got to actually coach. When you had a veteran team, and you had a lot of these veterans come off the bench, do you really have to coach? Does he? When you got your Andre Iguodala's and the Sean Livingstons of the world and the Leandro Barbosas at one point or another, do you really have to coach? No. But you get this guy, right? Now he got to actually coach the players on his team, and he can't do it. Now, the one thing I'll give Steve Kerr a birdseed of credit for was him not taking that Knicks job. Because had he took that Knicks job, he probably would have been fired within 3 years. He's not a good coach. And then what further exposed the fact that he's not a good coach, his rotations are all over the place. He's going with this hot hand approach to see who is going to play the best. So that's my thing. Here's the question. Nobody's played good, so what did you say? And that's on the coach. Yeah, turn your music on. You get my channel flag for copyright. But yeah, for real, man, this thing sucks. It is unacceptable with what we've seen right now with the Golden State Warriors, and it starts with him. Well, actually starts with the GM. So all these people right here that wouldn't give Mark Jackson his credit and all that, you know what I'm saying? Because yeah, the GM brings in the players, but it's up to the coach to develop the team that he has and play the hand he's dealt. And he's just not doing a good job of it. What you got on this, Polo?
Hey, what's going on, man? Yeah, it's me with the music in the background, so I'm gonna make it quick, man. I'm over here grabbing the family some food.
Okay,
man.
You good, bro?
Hey, look, I'm gonna say it like this. First off, salute to you. I hope you had a good holiday, man, and a safe one, man.
I appreciate that, bro.
Yeah, but now you already know, man. It's back to the grind. Listen, man, I'm gonna tell you like this. I've told people a long time ago, and I got shitted on for this for 3 reasons. The first and foremost, I told people Mark Jackson was a A1 coach. I said you just had to give him time and stuff when the Warriors were going through a little bit of what they're going through. You can set it on the table. Oh. What the Warriors were going through. He was the one that was able to choose Steph Curry, even despite him being injury prone and everything like that. When he was playing with Monte Ellis, he was the one that gave Clay his first shot and was putting all these boys in position at first. And then also what a lot of people don't realize too is that Mark Jackson was a dual coach. And when I say that, he's not only a X's and O's guy, he also was a motivator too as well. And because of his religious views and everything, he got blackballed from the league. Now, another thing is that okay, he wanted to do team prayer and everything like that, and most of the guys that were on the team were cool with it. But what happened? They ended up letting him go because of conflict and everything like that. Then, meanwhile, okay, Steph Curry starts going through what he goes through. He starts blossoming. Klay Thompson starts blossoming to a degree. Then all of a sudden, then Kerr comes in and takes over. Listen, Steve Kerr was not no floor general. Mark Jackson was. And if you go back and you go look at Indiana, you go back and even look at when he played in New York, Mark Jackson, okay, yeah, he wasn't. Back then, it was an old school type point guard, the traditional point guard style. He did a great job at it. And so when you got a point guard that's an actual coach of that caliber, he's going to make that team better. It just took some time, but Coach Kerr took it and ran with it, man. And it's very unfair. Now he's getting exposed. So like you said, I'm on track with you. He has to coach. He's going to have to come with something. They don't even have an identity right now.
No, they don't. They ain't got no kind of identity. Shout out to 3,000 Degrees in the building, also known as Dre Day. What's up, man? Hope you had a Merry Christmas. Yeah, man, this dude actually got a coach now. He actually got to put some X's and O's together. He actually got to motivate his people, because I'm telling you right now, Andrew Wiggins ain't got no confidence right now. That dude is out there on a fucking island.
Facts. When you brought up Andrew Wiggins, you see, I thought Andrew Wiggins, coming in from Kansas, was really going to do his thing, was going to come out here and start killing his stuff. And man, he's just been a disappointment, man.
Massive disappointment. Massive.
I actually liked to watching him when he first. Remember, I don't know if you followed him that much, but when he first came from Canada, coming in from high school and stuff, and then came into the college, I was like, this boy, because he was dunking on niggas. And
I saw him when he played at Kansas and whatnot, and then when he was at Kansas, because he played alongside Joel Embiid. And
right.
And I was like, man, this this dude might have something in the NBA, man. A lot of people made the assumption that he had his game was held back when he was at Kansas or whatever. It's when he got into the league, man, you're gonna see the true Andrew Wiggins.
Well, Bill Self is one of those type of coaches. He's no nonsense. You know what I'm saying? I got a lot of respect for Bill Self. He's not just gonna come in there and let you do what you want to do. You know what I'm saying? Much like, Krzyzewski, well, he's kind of changed just a little bit or whatever, and a couple of other coaches or whatever. But Bill Self is gonna get in your ass, no homo. So He needed that, and I don't think that he liked that type of discipline from Bill Self and Roy Williams and coaches like that. You know what I'm saying? Then when he got to the league, okay, you got the keys now. Now you don't want to show anything. But anyways, and this is another thing too you brought up. I thought that was good too, L. Listen, okay, yes, it was trash time points. He was and all this other stuff. Listen, James Wiseman, just look out for him. James Wiseman, people that's shitting on him right now, James Wiseman is going, this dude is going, he going to be nice. He's already averaging 19.
I don't understand James Wiseman getting shitted on. I don't understand that. You know what I'm saying? Now, him shooting 80% from the three, that's unsustainable. Okay.
Right.
But I don't get the hate towards James Wiseman. You know, it's, you know, these same people that call LaMelo bust after one game now, game, they call him a bust.
Right.
What's up, Michael Smith? Salute to you, man. Hope you had a Merry Christmas. Yeah, for real, man. That make no sense. These motherfuckers all over the place with their assessments and shit. But look, I think James Wiseman going to be really good. He's going to be really, really good. He needs the experience when it comes to, you know, in that case, right? They're not coddling him. So that's one thing I give Steve Kerr credit for.
Right.
He's not coddling him. He's getting out there. He's getting the reps. Right.
Right.
Because it's one thing to look at tape all day and one thing to be in practice, but there's nothing substitute in-game action. Okay.
Right.
Nothing substitutes that.
And see, this is another thing too, L. And people got to realize, man, and I put it in the video too as well. I said this. I said, man, the preparation that that the lack of preparation that they've had. I'm talking about the rookies. I'm not talking about Klay Thompson. The lack of preparation that they've had coming in is very unfair to them because you got to think about it, L. What are we used to seeing? We used to seeing summer leagues. We used to seeing training camps that's further extended. We used to seeing a longer preseason. You understand what I'm saying? So people don't put things in context, into perspective of when these guys come in. They even have draft workouts and stuff like that they have to go through and stuff like that, man. And I mean, yeah, they did the draft workout, but everything has been changed because of the climate of the situation that we're going through in the country.
Right.
So now him being thrown in the fire like this, I think is really going to be brilliant for him later on because it's going to be like, dang, I had to learn on the fly. So come his next year, I expect James Wiseman. And I put it like this too, L. Well, let me ask you this: do you think they going to build around Wiseman? Now, you think the Wiseman is going to be the Wiseman era now? You think they're going to build around him now?
No, they're going to still build around. They're going to hold on to Klay Thompson coming back. And they're hoping for the Splash Brothers to return. I'm telling you right now, that's what they're doing. They hoping for the Splash. Because if that was the case,
yeah.
I'll tell you why. Because if that was the case, they wouldn't sign Klay Thompson to that massive extension. I think Stephen Curry already got his extension, and Draymond Green got his extension. Now, Draymond Green obviously is a bum. Okay,
man, listen, you was looking at it yesterday, right? Them motherfuckers pissed me off laughing on the bench.
Yeah,
laughing.
Oh, we gonna get to that. We gonna get to that.
Oh yeah, I'm not gonna speak on it because of respect for the channel. But man,
no. Go ahead. Hold on. Go ahead, cook on that because all this stuff right now is indicative of the head coach. All this right now, all the stuff that's going on right now is an indictment on Steve Kerr. He's not a good coach. He's not a good X's and O's guy. He's proven that. He's definitely not a good motivator because my thing is this. Andrew Wiggins, you mean to tell me Andrew Wiggins go out there averaging 12.5 points when this guy's a career 20-point scorer and he's only averaging 12.5 points right now?
Right.
Kelly Oubre, another guy that got upside. We saw his upside when he was in, well, not really in Washington. He had games and then when he was in Washington, but we saw what he can do in Phoenix. So where's that in Golden State? You mean to tell me as a head coach, you're not getting the best out of your players?
Right.
Why are you even there? If you're not getting the best out of your players, then why are you even there?
Right. And you see, this is what pissed me off, okay? You're going to sit up there and y'all getting blown out. Shoot, I did the calculator. It was so ridiculous, man. I I said, wait a minute. I had to look twice at the screen to see if that was the real score. And I said, man, they sitting up there laughing and stuff like that because I'm thinking, okay, well, shoot, they laughing like they winning and shit like that. No, you're supposed to be out there. You're supposed to be pissed off. You're supposed to be like, look, this is embarrassing. Do you know what people are saying about you? Stuff like that. Okay, yes, I know. Oh, okay, you don't have your pieces and all that other stuff. But man, you're supposed to do something to motivate these young guys. These guys ain't got. Some of these guys ain't got no NBA experience. Some of these guys don't have any definitely don't have no championship or playoff experience. So you're supposed to get in their ass and be like, look, man, I'm not having for this shit. If y'all motherfuckers ain't gonna play, I'll put up 60 before I help you lose. And they got the nerve to compare this dude to AI. What the fuck wrong with y'all?
My thing is this, right? You know, they're already very comfortable in where they at. So when you're very comfortable, and you know, you tend to have a level of nonchalantness to you when you're comfortable. And this is what's going on. Look, you know, we can sit up here and get pissed off at them for, you know, for not caring about the game or whatever like that, right? But it leads to a bigger problem, Polo. They have this false sense of security that when Klay Thompson comes back, everything will be all right. We're going to throw the season, right? Klay Thompson comes back, and when Klay Thompson comes back, we're going to be the Warriors of old. So when you have this comfort level to you, when you have this false sense of security to you, then you're going to get those type of reactions on the bench. Like, man, it's like they're already threw in the time. We got 70 games left. Now, could I be way off in my assessment? Possibly. But we see too much evidence of this type of behavior over the years to really say that, oh my God, the Golden State Warriors all of a sudden I was going to turn it around. I just don't see it. Not right. I mean, yeah, people will say, well, it's only 2 games. Well, you got to go back further than that because when Klay Thompson first got hurt in the NBA Finals in the 2018-19 season, right, they lost by 11 points.
Right.
And it's going to take Herculean efforts by Stephen Curry to get this team back on track. Scoring only 20 points is unacceptable. Now, they got a game tomorrow night against the Chicago Bulls. I'm telling you right now, they better not lose that game. They got a game on Tuesday night against the Detroit Pistons. They better not lose that game either.
I wouldn't be surprised. Listen, I would. Hey, listen. This is the point to piggyback off of what you were just saying about them being the Warriors of old. Listen to this, LB. I got news for everybody. Listen, have you seen Brooklyn play? Listen, and you understand, you are an intelligent dude. Anybody that looks at Brooklyn style of play can see that mirrors kind of how the Warriors from just the offensive standpoint, from the transition and how up tempo they play. Now, as far as the shooting and all that other stuff, of course, you got KD, you got a couple other guys, but you see how gritty, and they mixing it with the defense. Like I told you yesterday when we were doing the FanDuel yesterday, they can get ugly and they can get pretty. And guess who they got as their coach? They got Steve Kerr. They got D'Antoni.
Both Steve Nash, right? You say Steve Kerr, it means Steve Nash, right?
Steve Nash, my bad. Yeah, they got Steve Nash. And what I was fitting to say is that Steve Nash was he was a part of the Warriors culture. And guess who played for Golden State? It was KD. So these guys, they understand that type of tempo. They've already been their championship pedigree. So them saying that they're gonna be the KD, shoot, this the new Splash Brothers right here that can not only shoot threes but also give it to you too inside as well from the mid-range. Then also another thing is, you talking about them losing, playing these other 2 teams or whatever. Man, I'm not going to sleep on Chicago nor Detroit. I'm not going to sleep on them like that because I believe that they probably gonna lose against them.
Yeah.
You know, everybody got to get out of this notion that, this ain't no disrespect to you. I'm not like fully disagreeing with you, but everybody think that, oh, Klay gonna come back, he gonna be just the same. Everybody's body is different. Everybody can't do what KD is doing. For all we know, Klay Thompson could be completely different. You know what I'm saying? He got hurt playing just practice ball and pickup game.
Yep.
You know, and Klay Thompson is somebody that you really, really need. I kept telling people, everybody was shitting on me a couple of days ago, LB. I don't know if you heard it on Ticket's channel. They were like, oh, well, Curry's way better than Klay Thompson. Look, we know that he's more talented at it. I'm not knocking him for that. Yes, he could handle the rock. Yes, he could create his own shot. But in terms of the clutch, in terms of defending the multiple players and the best defender every night, and on top of that, him getting it when it counts in the playoffs, Klay is more valuable to that squad.
Yeah, and it shows. And it shows.
So, hey man, I'm not gonna hold you too much, L man. I just wanted to get that off, man. I'm glad you made this video, you and as well as exposing this guy, because this guy, it needs to be exposed. Him and Kerr, Stephen and Kerr, they both need to be exposed.
Well, my thing is this, man, and oh shit, here we go. What's up, 2 Raw?
Salute, 2 Raw.
2 Raw, you still there? He might be his thing must be there, but signal must be messed up or whatever. But yeah, man, that dude. Hey, what's up, 2 Raw? What you got on this, man?
I think he's on mute. So
he's not on mute. 2 Raw, you there, bro? We got technical difficulties at the moment because I can't hear him. But hey, just start talking when you get the stuff fixed, bro. But yeah,
I'm a holler at you, LB, man. You have a good one, man.
All right, you too, man.
All right, salute to Raw too. All right.
Yeah, man.
Okay, you can hear me?
Yeah.
Okay, because I can't hear you for some reason. I don't know what's going on. Okay.
Yeah, I can hear you. Go ahead.
So you can hear me?
Yeah.
Okay, if you can hear me now, I'll just start talking. I can't hear anything. You know, Steve Kerr is a good guy, you know what I'm saying? I remember watching him as a player. And yeah, he's a great shooter. Well, you know, spot up shooter. But, you know, there was nothing that you could see from him that would indicate that he would be a great coach. You know what I'm saying? Like, there was nothing on the court or anything off the court that made you think that, wow, man, this guy, man, if he ever got in a position to be a coach, man, he'd be terrific. And it's not about him not being a great player. Avery Johnson wasn't the best player on any of his teams, but you could see certain, you know, qualities about him, certain things that he provided on court, leadership. You know, there's a certain thing that you could see about. You could tell he understood the game, had a high basketball IQ, all these things. You could see like that with a guy like Avery Johnson, and you know, back in the day, maybe a KC Jones or something like that. You know, I never saw that with Steve. I just thought he was a nice dude. He a guy that, you know, you probably could chill with and smoke weed and shit and get high and have some good times. And he's a fun guy. He's a nice guy, but coach, nah. And you can see it now. He's only been achieving because he's had all of this great talent around him. You know?
Mm-hmm.
That's pretty much it, man. He just look, even when you have a subpar team, it's not okay to lose, but your fans or people are going to accept, okay, if you lose, but you lose if you're competitive for most of the game. And then toward the end, just because the other team just has better coaching or better talent, and y'all lose by 8 or 9, okay. 15, that's pushing it. Okay, all right. Y'all competed. But these motherfuckers not competing, man.
Not at all.
I'm telling you, man, it's ridiculous. I wish I could hear you. But it's ridiculous, man. To me, LB, I heard you say this yesterday. I looked at it after you streamed, and I agree. If Steve Kerr, I'm telling you something, the Warriors are playing like this after about 15 games, and they're like 4-11 or 3-12, Steve Kerr needs to be fired. I don't care how many championships he won. I don't care how much the media props him. I don't care what his career percentage is. They need to fire him because this was happening last year when they kept getting blown out in games. They weren't competing last year. Okay, now you got Kerr. Now you got supposedly a top 10 player according to ESPN. Why in the hell are you guys still getting blown out by 30 and 40 points? He out on the sidelines laughing and giggling. You think Kobe Bryant will be giggling? You think Jordan will be giggling? Come on, man. He's a fraud.
That motherfucker, hey, too raw. You know them dudes ain't gonna be out there keying up like that after their team getting their asses beat like that. All the motherfuckers out there, man, look, if you go sit up there and laugh like that, your ass don't need to be with this team after you getting your head blown off like that, man. That performance is unacceptable, man. It's unacceptable. And as a coach, you got to do a better job of getting your players ready to play. So what the fuck? This is my question. What the fuck are they doing in practices and shit? Because whatever, either what they're practicing ain't translate into the game, or you just running people out there just because. Either way, it's not working.
I'm gonna step out. LB, because I can't quite hear you. So I'm gonna listen to what the rest of you guys say. But thank you for having me on here. But I can't quite hear you.
Oh, hold on. Okay, yeah, man. Hold on. I'm putting in the private chat. Yeah, man, that's crazy. This is crazy that a dude would go out there and just like continually stink up the joint. What's up, man?
What's going on? Is that LB?
You know who it is, man. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, too raw there too.
He can't hear anything, so I think he could go out and come back in.
Oh, okay, man. Yeah, we got two sides of every story. Yeah, Steve Kerr. Yeah, he took advantage of that. You know what I'm saying? And you know, when they had their two best players, you know, best shooters in the NBA history. So you had Draymond Green coming off of Michigan State and all that good stuff, man. So hopefully they can get turning around about a year or two. You know, you got Wiseman, you got Clay coming back, and Draymond. So that's what I gotta say, man. You know,
Draymond Green.
That's how they do is dribble in the middle. That's how Draymond does. I know. That's how I do. Nah, man. He better get up out of there though. They need for him to get up out of there too. But he got that $100 million.
Man, he one of the biggest grifters in the NBA.
What grifters? What drifters, huh?
He's a goddamn drifter. Yeah, he's a goddamn grifter, yo.
Yeah. But other than that, man, these everybody argue over that. Everybody argue this. Everybody argue that. They want to commit crimes just for one player. You know what I'm saying? I just don't want nobody to do that stuff, man. You feel what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying?
Steve Kerr is trash, okay? He's a fucking trash coach. And Two Raw was absolutely positively right about that. You know, when he was a player or whatever, right? There was nothing that you saw from Steve Kerr that made you to believe that, oh man, this guy could be a really good coach one day.
Yeah. Yeah.
Shout out to my
What?
boy Jacob Jennings in the building, man. I hope you had a Merry Christmas. I hope you had a Merry Christmas too, JMJ. You know,
Yeah.
but yeah, man, that's bullshit that this motherfucker here was able to get away with that for so long.
Yep. He got away with it as a player for the Chicago, even though he hit that game with a shot. Sent it 3 with the Bulls, 2 with the Spurs. You know what I'm saying? Then he declined the contract when Phil Jackson was there when he was with the Knicks. He could have coached the Knicks, but he said he would go to say. I was like, well, okay. I'll be like, okay, let's see how you do. But you still had the pieces around you after Mark Jackson. After Mark Jackson left. So it is what it is on that. You know what I'm saying? It is
Right.
what it is. It is what it is. Now, it's still coaching. We're going to see how this goes in a few years. We already know. I know he said he trash. I know why. Because he took a Mark Jackson-led team to the playoffs, you know what I'm saying, and he came in thinking it's gonna be, you know, sweet for all three or four players whoever they had on that team. So I understand what you're talking about too, LB.
Yeah.
So
And you, Rob, if you can't come back in, bro, if you could come back in, homie, you know what I'm saying? 'Cause I need some more insight. I need some more insight from the savant. Look, man, we can go on and on about Steve Kerr. He sucks.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
At the end of the day, he sucks, and he needs to be fired. He needs to be fired. You know.
Yeah. I'm gonna tell you another thing, LB. There, you could at least get my triangle offense just like Phil Jackson. But Phil Jackson was with Tex Winters, you know, with the triangle, and he just coached them up and making that offense better. You know what I'm saying? That's what Phil Jackson did. I thought Steve Kerr was gonna do good with that, but he. You know, since he got his shooters, he said, forget it.
I mean, the team didn't even have an identity.
Mm-hmm.
They didn't even have an identity. It's like, okay, we know about Stephen Curry, but, you know, Andrew Wiggins, what the fuck, right?
Yeah.
Got that go, Kelly Oubre, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Hey, can you hear me too, Raw?
Yeah, I had to turn my phone off and turn it back on. That's what it was. Just some glitch.
Okay. Yeah. Now we really about to get to this shit now. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead, Cook too, Raw. I know you got more shit you got to get off your chest about this bum ass Steve Kerr. Go right ahead. The floor is yours.
Well, you know what I'm saying? I don't like pretenders, man. I don't like a motherfucker that come in when all the hard work, all the heavy lifting's been made, and gets all the goddamn credit. You know what I'm saying? And that's what's going on. That's what's been going on for about 5 years with Steve Kerr. He's been getting all this goddamn credit for being on a loaded team, a team that became loaded, but a team that was constructed by Mark Jackson. It's one of the most egregious fucking crimes in NBA history. This guy literally built this team. Okay? He built this team. Okay, yeah, Steve Kerr might have made some tweaks here or there at the end, but Mark Jackson built this team, and the NBA won't even hire this guy. They won't even hire this guy for a coaching position because of his religious views, which I thought we lived in a free country, by the way. Okay, he'll go around on TV voicing his and pushing his opinion on people. Okay, he probably just said something to somebody, it got back to somebody else who chose to have a stick up their ass and then barred this man from the NBA via word of mouth. So it's BS on that standpoint, okay? But this guy be getting all this credit for doing basically something that you and I can do, would you just stay on the sidelines and watch KD and all these dudes dominate the NBA? It don't require no real coaching. You know what I'm saying? Matter of fact, think about this. This guy had a team with Kevin Durant, prime Kevin Durant, Steph Curry, right? Klay Thompson, right? Draymond Green, supposedly the $100 million flop. And he still had seasons where they were struggling to get the best record in the Western Conference. I'm talking about after the 73-win team. Man, you think, let that be a coach like Phil Jackson with that type of team. They have 75 wins because there were some games that down the stretch, because of his inept coaching, that they were losing. Look, man, even in the finals, even when they lost to Toronto, some of them games they could have won. He just can't fucking make adjustments. He gets out-coached. Yes, he can't make any goddamn adjustments. He cannot fucking coach. I don't care what his win percentage is. That win percentage shit don't mean anything. Bill Fitch is a Hall of Fame coach with a 46% win percentage because he always tried to go to a fledgling team and turn it around. So you can't go by win percentage. Bill Fitch used to go to the worst teams in the NBA. He went to the Cavaliers, who were the worst team in the NBA in the mid-'70s, and turned them around to a playoff team. But you look at his win percentage, oh, he sucked. No, you got to look more than that win percentage. This guy's a loaded fucking team. Like I said before, LB, Billy Cunningham, who wasn't quite as bad as Steve Kerr, mind you, but he was a mediocre coach. Dr. J should have more than one goddamn championship. He got outcoached. Billy Cunningham got outcoached by Jack Ramsey in 1977. And Phil and Pat Riley used to outcoach him, and Bill Fitch and later K.C. Jones used to outcoach Billy Cunningham in the playoffs.
We're Boston, Philadelphia, right?
Right. Boston, Philadelphia. Remember they came after the 3-1 deficit in 81.
Yeah. Yep.
It's
hey,
coaching.
Shout out to the underrated darkness in the building, man. I see you in here, man. Salute to you. Go ahead, continue too, bro.
Yeah, but man, Steve Kerr sucks, man. Like I said, man, he's a nice guy, man. He comes across as a nice guy. It has nothing to do with him as a person. But as a coach, fuck that, man. Okay? Everybody get on Steve Kerr. Everybody get on Steph Curry. That's great. You've been getting on old boy Wiggins. Yes, he sucks. Okay, it needs to be said. He sucks. Okay, I thought this was gonna be an opportunity where he can showcase all the, and justify all those stupid ass Tracy McGrady comparisons people used to make when he first got drafted the first couple of years. He sucks.
He stinks.
Stinks. We already know about Draymond Green. He's a fucking fraud. He's a fraud.
A fucking bum. Raw auto-rated bum. Texas T, what's up, man?
Hey, I'm gonna tell you this though.
Hold on. Hey, JJ, real quick, because I wanted to get this out there because I got a Cash App donation yesterday, and I didn't even and I ain't see it till just now. So shout out to Christopher Johnson for his donation through the Cash App. I really do appreciate it, man. If you want to donate, the link's down below. The Cash App, PayPal, if you want to donate. Appreciate y'all. You know what I'm saying? And go ahead, JMJ.
Hey, but you know what the worst, the good and the bad part about it is, I think, when Mark Jackson was the analyst on with ABC and all that, Draymond or Steph or Clay gave Mark Jackson a hug and said, I'm proud of you for making us better. You know what I'm saying? That's what I like about what they did with Mark Jackson, man. That's the part I saw, and that's why I like what they did with Mark Jackson, man. Give him a Christmas card or something.
A Christmas card? That motherfucker need no goddamn Christmas card. That motherfucker, he need to be a coach in the NBA. Period.
Yeah.
This supposed to be a free country, but yeah, we blackballing people for their release and their view and all that. Ain't that discrimination? If we really boil it down, and people get blackballed because of their beliefs, of their religion, and their sexual preference, ain't that discrimination?
Yes. That's true right there. That's true right there, LB. That's true right there. True.
They do the same. They doing the same thing to Avery Johnson too, LB.
Yeah. Avery Johnson should be coaching the NBA. These garbage ass head coaches like Steve Kerr, you know what I'm saying? And Luke Walton, they continue to get job after job after job.
Yep.
Lou the writer, what you got on this situation, man?
Good morning, guys. First off, I want to say I love what Steve Kerr did when he played for my Bulls. I'm always gonna respect him for that. Like, Steve Kerr is not a bad person, but he's really not a good head coach in the NBA. The reason why he won those championships is because the Golden State had the talent to win the championships at that time. And when you give him players who are not all stars, not superstars, but some kind of great, he don't know how to coach those boys up to be a championship attending team. Like, he just been living off the talent of Steph Curry, Klay Thompson, and Kevin Durant all those years. Like, if you put those three guys on any team, they can probably win championships like that. It's go by what if you had a real head coach like Greg Popovich or Mark Jackson, Golden State probably wouldn't have been going through what they're going through right now. They wouldn't be losing the game by 38, 27 points. They'd probably be close games. But right now, Golden State fans are blinded thinking things are not bad. They are bad right now. They need to understand that. They can't get in their feelings and get mad at us because we keep telling them the truth. So,
shout out to Stevie J, PSN 7 Root Mud 777 and Think Tech. I appreciate y'all for being up in here today. All right, after Christmas, we cooking after Christmas. You know what I'm saying? There's some leftovers in my refrigerator right now. You know what I'm saying? But yeah,
I'm telling you right now, B, Golden State gonna be forced to make a move that they don't want to make to get that team back to average. And you may hear something in the next couple of days about them trying to get James Harden. I know in my heart they really don't want to make that move, but they may have no choice.
Man, look. First of all, I don't think I got on James Harden a lot the last few days or whatnot. You know what I'm saying? I don't want that kind of toxicity in the locker room. It's already bad enough this dude got a hold of Adam Richman and they've been going all over the country and getting involved in Man versus Food episodes. This motherfucker in Richmond doing the stupid Winks challenge, and then he's up in New York doing the goddamn some big ass barbecue challenge. Then he's down in Atlanta, no, not at Magic City, but at the Big Pie in the Sky, right? Between him and Adam Richman, they eat an 11-pound pizza in an hour.
What do you think about the crispiness of the crust, James? As you talk, the butteriness of the biscuit. The crispiness of the crust, man, ain't nothing as good as scoring, and I scored big here at the Big Pie Eatery.
Oh boy.
Yeah, bro.
Hey, this thing got amazing texture, you know. When I bite into it, you know what I'm saying? It's I feel a gleek in the back of my mouth, you know.
Remember how he used to do the interviews? He used to do the post-eat interviews and shit.
Yeah.
That's him and James Harden. James got a towel wrapped around him and shit, sweating. Belly starting to pop open and shit.
Man.
Yeah, we got it done. We got it done, me and Adam. That was a huge pizza. That was about 8 slices each. He used thick Chicago style slices. I struggle getting it down to the end, man. But as a champion, you gotta do what you gotta do, man. You know, the toilet bowl gonna be paying for it, but you know, but champions, you gotta do what you gotta do. You know what I'm saying? You gotta gut it down, man. Yeah.
Hey. They rolling up the pizza like a blunt to eat the motherfucker just to get the motherfucker down.
Yeah, roll that bitch up.
That motherfucker just tear the pizza, like take the pointed end, and they roll that motherfucker up like that. You know what I'm saying? Shit, I got me a big ass fatty right here.
Right. Yo, a fatty pizza slice. Oh God.
Well,
that's like what my brother Ticker said, man. Titties over titles. You know what I'm saying? Titties over titles. Shit.
Yeah. Jay Hart looking at the championship titles. Titties.
Hey, he look at his eating championship. Like, look, see, after I got that eating that 11-pound pizza an hour, they give me this fucking big ass T-shirt, right, and $250. You know.
Damn, that's like a hot dog eating contest over there in the summertime, ain't it?
Yeah, man.
A hot dog eating contest what they used to have every year. I don't know.
You talking about that 4th of July jump?
Yeah.
That's in Coney Island. That's in Coney Island. Yeah. And
right.
Cody Chestnut. You know,
James Harden into that zone one year.
Uh-huh.
That motherfucker was James Harden
into that. It's gonna be a Barkley Harden team.
You know what I'm saying? But they have refrigerator Perry up there, that hot dog eating contest. I said, oh, have mercy.
You know what tripped me out, man? I know we kind of get away from what we're talking about, but what tripped me out about that jump, man, is it's a lady named Sonia Thomas, and she numbered 120 pounds. And she was out eating refrigerator on one of them jumps, man. I think refrigerator ate like 31 or something, and that chick had 40-some hot dogs. I said, where is it going?
Hey, they're going out just as fast as they went in.
Right.
She got a motherfucking, somehow she got some contraption the way, you know, it catch all the shit. It's like it just motherfucker just as soon as that motherfucker go in and process whatnot, it goes right in and goes right out or whatnot. You know what I'm saying? That motherfucker, man, I don't know how somebody 120 pounds get wolfed down 40 hot dogs or whatnot. That's crazy.
My thing, LB, is that dude, Joey Chestnut, man, he gotta really be that toilet. Oh my God, man, I feel sorry for that junk, man, over the next 2 days after he do that.
Man, I would hate to be the motherfucker that have to clean that shit. Can you imagine being like Joey Chestnut's maid and shit? You know what I'm saying? And you walk in that motherfucker, you know, it's like, God damn, this motherfucker. You walk in that motherfucker, you be like, God damn, man, I gotta clean this motherfucking shit again. Shit.
That shit be hanging out there like a python.
Hell yeah. God damn it. Goddamn toilet seat, man. You know what I'm saying? That motherfucker got shit rings on it. Piss stains on it.
You know, he
mercy.
had the net worth of $11 million.
Yeah, he got $11 million worth of shit because when the man got to wash his clothes and he see them streaks for 2 weeks on that motherfucker.
I mean, you said Joey Chestnut is worth $11 million?
Yeah, he's a pro eater. He goes around the country getting in eating contests and winning. He got sponsors like it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a man. I want to be worth $11 million here. I can eat. You know what I'm saying? You put if they had like some kind of fried chicken eating contest, I know I'll win that shit.
Yeah, they got those.
Not that I perpetuate the stereotype, but goddamn, I love some fried chicken shit.
Yeah, they got fried chicken eating
my
contest.
thing is my thing is ice cream. I can eat the shit out of ice cream, man, but some other stuff, man, I can't eat like I used to.
Too raw. They got ice cream eating contests. All different contests you think about, they got them.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, man. All right, so what's up, Juanetta Thomas? Salute to you, Queen. Thanks for being in the chat. Hey, so let's get back on this shit. So you got people out there saying Draymond Green, when he get back, the Warriors gonna be all right. Really? Look, I'm telling y'all right now, Draymond Green ain't no goddamn answer to nothing. All right. Oh, yeah, here's the answer to what I take that back. He has the answer to one question and one question only. What player this could be, you know, matter of fact, you could put this on Jeopardy. The player that ran KD out of town for his $100 million contract. Leland, what is Draymond Green? Correct.
And look what happened right now. KD's in Brooklyn turning it up with Kyrie Irving. They like the new Golden State Warriors.
Yeah, man. But I'll tell you this, man. You know, Brooklyn doing the thing. Man. Brooklyn with KD and Kyrie. You can look at that. But I look over it because I know what KD and Kyrie gonna do. You have the people like Jared Allen, DeAndre Jordan. You have doggone Jeff Green, Shamet, Joe Harris that was still there. You know what I'm saying? I look at Brooklyn, man. That's all they need to do. Yeah, Karis LeVert too. If he get that ankle, ankle undislocated, they'll be all right, man. You know what I'm saying? You got Jared Allen the other day. He was deflecting shots and making people make short shots. You know what I'm saying? I look at KD and Kyrie, and we know what they're gonna do. It's just the other role players. You know what I'm saying? That's why I look at Brooklyn, man. And that's what you have to do. But at the same time, though, when them get injured, Steve Nash gonna have to coach. You know what I'm saying? Dan Tony gonna have to do the assistant coach do this a little bit too.
Oh no!
No, we don't want that. We need him to sit down and shut up.
Everybody is shooting threes.
And we need to remember this now, because we talk about Brooklyn and Steve Nash being a rookie coach and all that, right? Mm-hmm. We need to remember this, because I'm pretty sure down the line, if KD and Kyrie go down and he's forced to play you know, without KD and Kyrie and all that, we're gonna revisit this shit. We're gonna have the same conversation about Steve Nash.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Sure do.
Like,
because but having said all that, right? Because I want to be careful, but you know what? Fuck that. If them motherfuckers, Steve Nash gonna have to eventually coach without KD and Kyrie, and I want to see how good of a coach he really is. Because when you got the talent, right? Because Kyrie came out and said it before the season stopped, and people ripped Kyrie for it. Well, Kyrie was like, "Well, we don't need a coach. We don't."
Yeah.
And they ripped him for it, right?
Yeah.
And you see evidence of that with Steve Kerr. When Steve Kerr had all the band together, right? They was going to finals and winning those championships and all that. Does Steve Kerr really have to do anything? All you had to do is just sit there and look pretty. You know, maybe you get a fucking thing for your, maybe you get a back injection or whatnot. You sit up there in your little chair and you just sit there with your legs crossed and let them go to work. Now you ain't got the same kind of, you know, band you got anymore. Now you're forced to actually do something, right? It's just like the one motherfucker that be on the domino table, right? Ain't got no strategy. Now he's just putting the bones on the table just because. Now, when he not getting the dominoes anymore, when he actually has to play, now you see how it is. The motherfucker's a fraud. That's why I think of Steve Kerr. He's a fake dominoes player. Go ahead, too, Raw.
No, you're right, man. I remember Shaq said something like that last season too. On TV on TNT, like basically like when you have a really really great team, you know, the coaching is minimum at that time, especially if you got like an experienced team. And they were kind of like, no, man, coaching me. He was like, no, he said coaching means something, but when you got a really great team, you know, coaching kind of becomes not as important. Right. And I guess that's what Kyrie ended up saying. Like, when you got a really great team like that, you know, you really don't need coaching is more for younger players or marginal players or for situations down the stretch. You know what I'm saying? You know, if you got an evenly matched team, but yeah, Steve, look, man. At the end of the day, like you said, more than likely, given their history of some type of injury, hopefully not serious, we're gonna have to see Steve Nash coach. You know, we're gonna see what type of coach he really is. I have a little bit more faith in him just because of the fact that he's actually been a starter on teams in the point guard position, and he's, you know, been a part of some pretty good Sonics team. Some Phoenix Suns teams. He's a Hall of Fame player, so I have a little bit more faith in Steve Nash. But at the end of the day, he's still part of the problem where you got guys who are getting opportunities based off of you know what. You know what I'm saying? He's still part of that problem. You know, but I don't know, man. We'll see. We'll see about Steve Nash.
Yep. I think Brooklyn plays Philly next. How about they give Kyrie Irving and Kevin Durant a night off and let Steve Nash coach the team like he is without those two guys? Let's see how good they really are.
And you know, one thing I've noticed over the last two games or whatever like that, when they pull Kevin Durant and Kyrie Irving out the lineup, Karis LeVert just be out there just his usage rate is insane when them two are out. This dude, like in the Boston game, like this dude was just all over the place. I was like, man, calm the fuck down. I'm like, man, you out there wilding the fuck out.
Yeah. Yeah, sometimes you get a little too reckless, man.
Yeah, you get a little too carried away, man. I'm like, look, man, you're a good talent and whatnot. Let the game come to you, man. Don't be out there trying to force the action and shit.
Yeah, and the worst thing about with Steve Kerr, you know what I'm saying? You had to like you said to LB. The thing when he was going out with batting Jetsons and all that, you had Mike Brown and Luke Walton put you on undefeated streaks or did a thing in the doggone playoffs with him and Mike Brown as assistant coaches, interim coaches. So I understand what you're talking about with Steve Kerr. You know what I'm saying? So that's what hopefully he could run these people, run Steph Curry and them around and say y'all can do this, man. But
hey, Jacob, you know what a good example of coaching is, man? Phil Jackson. I remember when Michael Jordan retired in '93, and everybody was predicting Chicago wasn't going to make the playoffs. So what Phil Jackson and his coaching staff did was they changed the offense to slow the pace down. They got Pete Myers to kind of replicate Jordan's defense. He's not going to really do that, but he was a serviceable defensive player. And they slowed the pace down. And it became a defensive team. Huh?
That was the worst move the Bulls made at the time. Pete Myers. He sucked.
Yeah, he sucked offensively. But, you know, it was other players that they tried to get, you know, Tony Kukoc came, Steve Kerr came over, Luke Longley. They tried to, you know, by committee, replace Jordan scoring, which you're not really going to do. But they slowed the pace down, and they won 55 games. And Scottie Pippen stepped up, too. Then the next year, when they lost Horace Grant, even though the motherfucker supposedly agreed he was going to come back, but he snaked them and went to Orlando, you know, Phil Jackson coaching had them at least 500. You know what I'm saying? Even though they lost Jordan and their interior presence of Horace Grant. So they had weaknesses in the perimeter and the interior, and they still was like 500 when Mike came back. So that's coaching. You know what I'm saying? Steve Kerr can't. He still got a Hall of Famer. He's supposedly a Hall of Famer, Stephen Curry, and supposedly, if you listen to the media, a Hall of Famer and Draymond. Get the fuck out of here. But you know, they're playing like they're like a 18 and 64 team, man.
Yeah. You know,
it doesn't make sense. They're supposed to be at least a playoff team with Stephen Curry.
You know something? Their next game is against Chicago Bulls. Watch them go out there and probably beat the Bulls by at least 8 and 10 points. People won't say, "Oh, Golden State back, Golden State back." Steph Curry, the MVP candidate. No, you just beat a bad team. You better not lose. They better not lose no Bulls, because if they do, they really gonna get shitted on.
Man, the way some teams have improved, the West has generally improved. I don't see how Golden State making the playoffs. I don't see it.
You know, I don't see it.
Yeah, I just don't see it, man. I don't see it at all. And if they mess around and lose to like teams like the Knicks and the Cavs and the Pistons, if they mess around and lose to teams like that, shit. And it's a 72-game season. Golden State might not win double-digit wins, man. I don't know if it'll get that bad, but I don't want to hear nothing about Steph Curry being a top 10 player after this season if it gets that bad. I don't want to hear no more, no excuses. Nope.
But you already know you already know what's gonna be too, Raw.
Oh, because old boy not there.
Yeah.
Look, man. Then basically what that's telling me. Okay, wait a minute. Whoa. I remember games where Steph Curry wasn't there. Now, don't get me wrong, it did kind of change the trajectory of the team, and it made Durant kind of more of an ISO player. When Curry wasn't there, the offense wasn't quite the same. And I get that Durant was still there. But I got a feeling, man, maybe I'm wrong, but I have this feeling that if it was Curry out and Clay in, they wouldn't be this bad. Like they would still be a marginal like AC, but I don't think they would be this bad because you miss Clay's presence on the defensive end. Curry is a one-trick pony. He can go ahead.
No, go ahead. Continue. I was just agreeing with you.
Yeah, because look, that's why I have such high regard for him. Maybe I shouldn't have him top 10 yet. Maybe I jumped the gun with that, but I saw his value. Yeah, sometimes on the offensive end of the playoffs, he could, not be there. But goddamn, if you're playing hard defense on the defensive end, we've all played basketball on some level. When you play defense, that shit going to affect your offense.
Yeah,
it's going to take away from it. You're gonna either, you're not gonna have a lot of energy. It's gonna take away from your legs as far as shooting. It's gonna affect that. So I don't knock say a dude for only averaging 19 points if he's playing A- at least or A level defense on the other end. That's more valuable to me. And where would they be without Klay Thompson hitting 11 3-pointers in Game 6 against the Thunder in 2016 when they were down 3-1. They needed Clay for that comeback.
Mm-hmm.
Where was Kerr for that?
Klay Thompson saved Steph Curry's ass. Plenty of times.
Yes. I don't care about no stats, man. If you watch these games, it's been so many times Klay Thompson saved Golden State's and Curry's ass. I don't care about no overall shooting percentage. If I ain't playing no defense, I'm gonna have all the energy to shoot well and the spacing of goddamn, you got more spacing with them than goddamn Charleston Heston Partner C in the 10 Commandments. Goddamn. Once I'll be able to shoot like lights out, I ain't got no damn defense around me.
Exactly.
Ain't too many guys like that don't come around more often like that. Klay Thompson is an anomaly. He can shoot, he can play defense. Basically, Klay Thompson what Scottie Pippen was to Jordan at that time. Because
in a sense, he can't shoot like that, but yeah, I know what you're saying.
If it wasn't for Pippen lock down defense and be able to let Jordan live free on the offensive end, Chicago would be a whole different team.
And that's something I didn't appreciate when I was younger, man. Like, by the second three-peat, Jordan was older, and he was getting he didn't have the same energy he had when he was younger. where he could guard the best player and have energy on offense. He was tiring. I mean, don't get me wrong. He had games where he would guard the best guy, but a lot of times what they did was they had Scottie Pippen guarding the most dangerous perimeter guy or whoever the most dangerous guy was, and they would say Jordan on offense. And as a result, Scottie's offense kind of suffered sometimes. And I used to be like, man, Scottie sucked, man. He only shot 4 for 17. But I didn't realize, you know, he's guarding at an advanced age. He's still guarding all the best players and shutting them down, but it's affecting his offense. But you know, I didn't really realize that when I was 15, 16 years old. I wasn't really looking at it like that. And I think a lot of people are not looking at it when it comes to Klay. Now you see Klay Thompson's value. Now you really see Kevin Durant's value, and you see how Draymond Green's a waste of $100 million fucking dollars, complete waste of $100 million.
Yeah.
You know what? I would not be surprised if you see some games this season where Draymond Green get himself tossed out on purpose because they're losing by so many points.
Yeah.
Are you shocked by that? I'm not.
That happened last year against the Lakers.
Yep. It happened last year against the Utah Jazz. He got
right.
quit.
Right. He quit.
He fucking quit. But he's supposed to be $100 million man. You know, you're $100 million bum.
Yeah.
What's up, Gideon?
Yeah, get that Joe Klein or Fred Manzine or something like that and give it to them. At least they'll play offense and defense. Draymond Green just doing it off you know,
he
off
sucked the dick.
Yeah, off the successors Curry and Clay and all them. You know what I'm saying?
And people need to stop referring Draymond Green to Dennis Rodman, because Rodman wouldn't do the bullshit he did. Look, yeah, he had issues, but Rodman, when it came time to play, he was all ready to play. He knew what he needed to do when he was out there on that court.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? So Steve Kerr is you know, we already know what he is. You know, when it comes time, without no talent, we already know what Steve Kerr is. You already know what Steve Kerr is. You know, when it comes time.
Even if they do fire him, he's gonna get another head coaching job somewhere else with probably a high priority team like a San Antonio Spurs.
You better not go there. I know he wants 2 championships. You better not go there.
He ain't rekilling no Magic nowhere else.
Nah.
You think just because he goes somewhere else, Lightning all of a sudden gonna strike a bottom? Oh my God!
But these owners and GM look at him like a top 5 coach.
But he's not. He stinks.
They believe he is.
Man, I'm trying to think of a comparison. I don't even want to disrespect any of the other coaches that were average. I don't even want to disrespect them. I'm trying to think of a guy that was a coach of a team that had a lot of talent, but he really sucked.
Coach K.
I would say Rick Adelman.
Would
you say Rick Adelman? Would you say Rick Adelman a little bit?
Adelman. You know, marginally a little bit better than Kerr. Yeah. I will go there because Rick Adelman was coaching some really good teams, man, and he got out-coached all the fucking time in the playoffs.
Yeah.
Rick Adelman. But I still think he's a better coach than Steve Kerr, man.
Kerr is terrible. Fucking trash.
Yes, man. Trash. Like Steve Kerr could get out-coached literally by some high school coaches, man. You can put some high school coaches in the NBA and they will probably out-coach Steve Kerr, man. This is a horrible coach, man.
He sucks. Well,
yes.
Just doo-doo. Doo-doo.
Yeah.
And Steve Kerr know how bad of a coach he is. Imagine if he took a New York Knicks job.
Man, I talked about that early in the stream. If he took that next job, he'd have been fired within 3 years. Brett Jackson, what's up, man? What you got on all this? What you got on all this, man?
Oh man, LB. To be honest with you, man, I'm not even surprised. I'm not surprised at all, man. I kind of saw this kind of coming when Klay Thompson went down again. I said, well, the train has definitely left the station. Like literally, the train has left the station. I said it even during the time when the Warriors were pretty much dominating the league. I always said, I said, you know what? If you take away Klay, Steph, Draymond, even Kevin Durant, I said Steve Kerr would be just an average coach for that team.
Below average.
Exactly. But Steph Curry, man, at one point in time, man, I thought he would actually be a top 10 player all time when it was all said and done as far as point guards. But at this juncture, this guy can't even lead a team down the street. So I don't know, man. It's really hard to say what's going to happen. I'm looking at their schedule. I think they play the Bulls coming up here real soon.
Tomorrow.
I don't know, man. I don't even have no words to say it right now. I really don't.
Hey, so let me ask y'all this. I'm gonna start with you two, Raw. What you think? How would you react if they lost to the Bulls tomorrow night?
But how much? Let's just say by how much. Like about 20 or something. I mean, if they lost like about a point, it still sucks that they lost to the Bulls. But if they get blown out by the Bulls, that confirms to me that Steve Kerr is the worst coach in the NBA. And it just reaffirms our belief that Steph Curry is not that type of player that people has made him out to be. He's always had ever since Curry's been with the Warriors, he's always had another guy there. Even if Monte Ellis wasn't the best fit, it was Monte Ellis, then it was Klay, then of course you had the other guys that was essential to that team, the Draymond's, whatever the little run he did have, the Sean Livingston's, all those guys came over, Barboza, Harrison Barnes. You know what I'm trying to say? He's always had a loaded team. Then later on, Kevin Durant, he's always had superstar level or a loaded team. He's never been able to do what Allen Iverson did or what Jordan did the first couple of years. I'm not trying to say you got to be those Jordan, but those guys carried franchises on their back, man.
Mm-hmm.
This guy, he's not that type of player. He's not that type of dynamic, man. He's more of a I don't even want to say Ray Allen, man, because Ray Allen did a better job carrying the Sonics. So I don't know what you know who he is, man. He's like Dale Ellis. You know,
wow.
maybe like a Dale Ellis, a better version of a better shooting version of Dale Ellis or something, man. Like he just ain't got it, man. And it's not even it's also his mental makeup. He don't have that aggression, man. He's just, I don't know, man.
Mm-hmm. It's almost like if his shots ain't falling, he just kind of just steps away from the game. Like, well, my shots ain't falling, so all right, I've mentally checked out now, so I'm gonna go sit on the bench.
Yeah, there's some games literally, man, I forget that he's out there. That don't sound like that's not a superstar to me, man. You know, it's but if they lose to the Bulls, they really need to seriously consider making some type of change, man. Somewhere.
Wow. Too wrong. You saying it's time to dismantle the band?
I mean, because look, this happened last year. Like, okay, Curry didn't play most of last season, but Kerr did a terrible coaching job last year. He was. I mean, the Warriors weren't even competitive in a lot of games. They were getting blown out.
Yeah,
they were getting blown out. And now you got Curry coming back, supposedly a top 10 all-time player if you listen to ESPN, and you guys are not still competitive and getting blown out. You can't get blown out by Chicago Bulls, man. If you're getting blown out by the Chicago Bulls, and that's my team, but if you get blown out by Chicago and Detroit and New York, man, there's something wrong in Golden State, man. They got to consider something, man. Firing Kerr or something. They got to shake something up, man. They might have to make a trade.
Yeah,
I'll be happy as hell if the Bulls beat the Warriors because, like you said, too, bro, I'm a Bulls fan myself, man. I'll be happy as hell, man. Chicago.
I hope we do beat the hell out of them. I hope Zach LaVine score 50.
Is Curry cool? Is Steph Curry's whole career a fraud now because he can't win without being on a stacked team?
I mean, I wouldn't call him a fraud. I mean, I think he's a Hall of Famer, but it's levels. That's the only thing I've been saying, and LB and other people. He's a lower tier Hall of Famer. He's not. He don't belong in the conversation with Magic Johnson. Look, Steve Nash got 2 league MVPs, but we know that he's not a Magic Johnson. He's a Hall of Famer, but he's not on the level of Magic and Oscar and Isaiah Thomas, at least in my opinion. And Curry's on the lower end. Matter of fact, I got to think about pushing Curry down a little bit on my list too, man. I might have him too high. After this season, I might have to reassess that because I got him 4th. I think that's a little too high now. Even with the championships. Because I've been pushing him higher because of his accolade, his resume. But sometimes, man, that resume can be misleading.
Yep.
Well, I'm gonna tell you, this is the worst part about this. You know, with Curry. You know what I'm saying? I was expecting Curry or somebody else on Golden State to go to the NBA Finals and hit 25 points in the quarter. That was Isaiah, or 16 points in the last minute 30, just like Isaiah. I ain't seen nothing about that. I ain't seen nothing about that. I ain't seen no people. I ain't seen nobody since Isaiah they scored 25 points in a quarter. And that's the bad part about it.
The thing about Isaiah, man. The thing about Isaiah, a lot of people just look at his field goal percentage, and they're like, oh, he only shot 45%. He ain't that great. The thing about Isaiah, he played in defense. He was a little man in the defensive era, but you still had a big man to worry about in the paint, and he challenged them a lot of times. But Isaiah could get you a bucket when need be, or he could be like John Stockton, be a floor general. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And that's rare in a point guard to be able to. He can ISO and score amongst the trees and amongst the best of them. Or he could run the offense and he was selfless and get everybody involved. You know what I'm saying? Run a team and control the tempo of the game. That's what made him so great. But if you ain't watch Isaiah Thomas, you don't know that. You just look at numbers. He sacrificed his game for the betterment of the team. Isaiah Thomas could have averaged 25 points a game in that era, which was unheard of for a point guard. But, you know, he sacrificed his numbers.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
which became pretty great because, as you can see, look what that team became in the late 80s, going into the early 90s.
Because a lot of people win cool titles.
A lot of people, man. I would say more so this younger generation. And excuse my language early in the morning, but this younger generation, man, it just pisses me off because they don't.
Hey, hold on. You call that colorful language early in the morning? That was colorful language? Man, I can give you some colorful language. That motherfucker's a piece of shit.
They don't. It's like, man, they don't value, they don't respect the game for what it was. It's like you don't respect the ones that came before you. And I hate getting into these arguments with these younger pieces of shit because they get so excited. They get so excited about a couple of oohs and ahs and look at the dunks and look at this and they got 25 superstars on one team. And I'm like, man, are you guys serious right now? Oh, well, Jordan or the Pistons of this era or the Lakers of that time, they couldn't do this. They couldn't do that. So, you know, it almost like I'm pretty sure most of you guys on this panel, man, most of you guys probably don't even watch First Things First, Undisputed, First Take in the morning.
Hell
I had to
no.
stop for my sanity, bro. I had to stop for my sanity.
Because it's to a point where I almost just got rid of my cable because I can't stand watching the level of disrespect that I hear from these guys and how they disrespect the game and how they disrespect the legends that have come before them. It's almost like the NBA just started when LeBron came in and it's still going now. It's like, we're not going to worry about the 70s and the 80s and the 90s. We're just going to talk about from 2003 up until now. And I'm like, so you guys forgot about the greats that came before these guys?
Let me ask you a question. Because I don't watch that network, ESPN or Fox Sports, like talking about it. Did they even mention in great detail Casey Jones passing away?
Not at all. Not at all, too wrong.
No,
See,
no,
that's what I'm
not
talking
really.
about, man. That's what I'm
Not
talking
at
about.
all. Like you saw like a little glimpse of it at the bottom of the screen where it said Celtics legend Casey Jones passes away, and that was it. Like
LeBron.
no highlight,
It's not even on goddamn ESPN.com.
like no highlight film, no nothing.
See, this is the difference, bro. Like, I remember as a kid when I think his name was Brad Davies. He was one of the first. I think he's the first player credited with the behind the back pass. I can't remember what he was credited with, or the no look pass or something like that. But he's one of the old players that played back in the 40s. But I remember ESPN did a segment when he passed when I was a little kid, because they still at least respected that era. They respected the people who created the game. We talking about Casey Jones, man, like a Hall of Fame coach, a member of the Boston Celtics dynasty, and they don't even talk about him. That's why I loathe ESPN now, man. I hate them with a passion for the lack of respect.
Facts.
Well,
Facts to y'all.
I'm gonna tell you another thing too, Lisa. You know, EBA TV talked about it a little bit too. That's why I don't watch ESPN or Fox Sports no more, because NBA TV be doing their thing. Classic games and other games that came through the forefront. But I'm gonna tell you another thing. I talked to you last night too, Raw. Remember that we ain't seen in a long time a good quadruple double. Remember that?
Oh
You
yeah,
said
yeah.
a good quadruple double, blocks and
Who
steals.
was the last player to put up a quadruple double?
David
Was
Robinson.
it David Robinson, I believe?
Yeah, it was David Robinson.
The Admiral.
Yep,
I think it's
34.
only been 4 official players. David Robinson, Kim Olajuwon, Nate Thurman, and Alvin Robinson. Although, more than likely, if they counted blocks, Wilt Chamberlain and Bill Russell did it numerous times, but they didn't count blocks when they played. So, but I'm pretty sure Wilt did it double-digit times.
Hey, shout out to Philip Reinhardt and Steel Proven in the building. Appreciate y'all being in here. Hey, yeah, man, that whole so Too Raw, you probably already know this, right? So don't answer. How many quadruple doubles had there been in the NBA?
Since 97? Now.
Ever.
Now. I think about 4 or 5 we come with the 80s, 70s, 80s, and 90s. There probably been a plenty of them. But I'm gonna tell you this story.
All right, hold on. Before you get to that, let's answer this question, right? So you say how much?
Since what? 98?
Ever.
Man, you got me on this one.
I'll say about 5 or 6. I say 5 or 6.
You say about 5 or 6. What do you think, Lou? How many quadruple doubles you think there was in the NBA ever?
I don't know, 3 or 4.
Okay, so you said 3 or 4. And what you think, Brett?
Man, you got me on this one. I'll say 2.
You say 2. All right,
Yeah.
Sterling Young, how many quadruple doubles you think there's been in the NBA of all time?
Quadruple double?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm talking about the good ones, the good quadruple doubles, not the bad ones with 10
No,
turnovers.
the turnovers,
I would
no.
say around like 4, 3 or 4.
The answer is 4.
Oh, I was right.
Yeah, the answer is 4.
4.
David Robinson put up the last one. But you know Hakeem Olajuwon put up a quadruple double, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, he was supposed to have 2 of them. He was supposed to have 2, but they didn't count with the Rockets. You know, so you're supposed to have a second one, but they didn't count that because it could have been 4
these
or
are the
5.
players that. So outside of Hakeem and because I remember that game, Hakeem Olajuwon, he did it in 1990. So the other 2 players that put up a quadruple double was Alvin Robertson and Nate Thurman.
Wow.
None ever since then. But you know, the 2 people that got quadruple doubles that got an NBA championship is David Robinson and Hakeem Olajuwon. That's the only one.
Question real quick, because I want to address this one in the chat room right here. Hey, now steals and blocks were an official stat until 1973, right? So when what years Wilt play?
59 to 73. And ironically, they started counting them right after he retired.
Right after he left. So yeah, so technically, he's look, I'm gonna say it like this. Yeah, if you include Wilt Chamberlain's stat line, it should have been way more than 4 quadruple doubles, because Wilt Chamberlain was putting them bitches up before blocks and steals was even an official stat.
I remember looking at an article, several articles, where Abe Pollard was the statistician for the Sixers, right? When Wilt was there. And he actually counted, it was 113 games that he counted Wilt's like blocks per game. Now this is 66, 67, where Wilt was like 30, 31 years old. And Wilt averaged 8.9 blocks per game during that time period, during those games. Yep. So you have to figure that Wilt probably had numerous quadruple doubles. As a matter of fact, he probably had a quintuple double, because he probably had games with at least 10 points, 10 rebounds, 10 assists, 10 blocks, and
10 steals.
Well, yeah, but I think I'm missing. Let me see: blocks, points, blocks, rebounds,
assists,
and maybe steals. He might have had a game with 10 steals. He might have had a quintuple double.
Yeah, probably. What up, Ticket?
Man, what's up, man? I came over here with 2 things. This nigga in your comment section named Philip Reinhart. He a coon ass, bitch ass, capping ass nigga, hating ass, pussy ass nigga, talking shit on our channels, and then he go to the ops channels talking bullshit about niggas. So fuck you, bitch ass nigga. I see you in the comment section, you old pussy ass nigga. Shut your coon ass bitch ass up, nigga. Fuck you, nigga. And secondly, I want to come in here and talk about this Steve Kerr, Stephen Curry shit. Like I said before, and any nigga that got a fucking problem with what I say, nigga, pull up on the channel, nigga. I already gave you niggas an invitation. I go on my channel every fucking day, and I put the goddamn link in the chat, hoe ass nigga. The bottom line is, nigga, Stephen Curry is overrated on the all-time list. I don't give a fuck what nobody say. It's true. They got this nigga rated over Magic Johnson. They got him rated over Magic Johnson.
Put crimes in there. You try to commit a crime.
Say what? Nigga, you drunk, motherfucker?
He drunk.
Nigga.
BS, man.
Oh, chill, man. He overrated. He overrated on the all-time goddamn list. They got the motherfucker ranked over goddamn Magic Johnson, over all these other greats, Isaiah Thomas and shit. I ain't trying to hear that shit, nigga. Like I said before, the motherfucking goddamn truth is that Stephen Curry is an all-time great player, like I always said. He's not as high as they say he is. And if you're a unanimous MVP, if you're the first ever unanimous MVP, two-time NBA MVP, you shouldn't be getting your ass kicked by fucking 40 on national TV on Christmas Day when Giannis is playing like shit. And at least you bring it. They wasn't double teaming you. That was single coverage the whole game with Drew Holiday. I'm tired of hearing the excuses for this nigga. It's 1,000 fucking excuses. It's him, it's Steve Kerr, it's all them motherfuckers. But it's 1,000 goddamn excuses. The nigga broke his hand last year and missed the whole season because he didn't want to come back and be forced to have to carry that team. I seen Russell Westbrook do it. And you know this shit too, Raw. As much as I get on Russ, I seen Russ have to carry a team without KD to the playoffs. And he got to the playoffs. When James Harden titties over titles, when he first went over there to Houston, he took that team to the playoffs. He took that team to the playoffs. AI in Philly, he took that team to the NBA Finals without no extra help like Klay Thompson. You would have gave him a dude like Klay Thompson, we got a whole different argument. So cut this shit out. Stephen Curry would not have all them accolades if he had to poke his chest out like those three guys I just named in those situations. Do anybody on this panel think he could have took those teams to the playoffs? No. He's too fragile. He's too fragile. And his game ain't built like that to do that. I'm not saying he's not an all-time great. I'm saying y'all got the motherfucker ranked way too high on the list. When I see him ranked over KG, I seen KG carry a Timberwolves team for years. Years.
He
to the
rated over,
playoffs.
hold on. He rated over Kevin Garnett.
Man, they got him rated. Oh, all them dudes.
You talk about the
I keep trying to tell you. And these niggas come to the channel every day. They come to the channel every day crying about who ain't got a championship. Well, when AI went to Denver, bro, that was after his 12th year in the league when he was playing with Melo. And as soon as he left Denver the next year, he fell off and averaged like 17. He was done. He was nowhere near the same player he was in Philly in his prime.
Well,
And he carried that he carried that Sixers team
people
for
with
years.
Who was that, Two Raw?
No,
you
that's
win
James
MVP.
Kidd.
You're supposed to be Finals MVP. You know what
Hold
I'm
on,
saying?
Two Raw's in?
I don't know if he,
Yeah,
if
Two
you
Raw
can
here.
hear me or not.
Two Raw, what up, nigga?
Hey, what's up, man?
Can you hear me?
I don't ruffle some of these niggas' feathers. I'm about to unruffle they motherfucking ass.
They got Stephen Curry ranked above Kevin Durant.
Man, listen, I told you that. And they ran to go get KD after they beat him. But everybody want to miss that. Come on, man. Bro, you got to be able to take criticism in basketball all the way across the board. Ain't no motherfucking protecting no player out here, nigga. Nigga. Yo, let me ask y'all, hold on, LB. Let me ask y'all a question. Let's be very honest, Two Raw, all y'all. If this was the kid from Akron, LeBron James, on national TV with that team the Lakers had the first year he went there, and he lost by 40, what they would be saying?
He ain't got enough help.
No,
They be
what
making
they
all
would be
kind of
saying, they'll be killing his ass. They'll be killing his ass. They'll be killing his ass. Why? Because he a multiple-time MVP. He ain't never win unanimous MVP.
Nope.
But he's a world champion. They'd have killed him, bro. Bro, I ain't even saying win the game. I'm saying, bro, stop getting blown out. Open the night. They down 30. Last night, they down 45 on national TV, and he on the bench laughing.
Yep.
That sorry ass Draymond Green is goddamn stealing checks. He went on national TV and said, "Oh, why would I try to average 20 when I knew he couldn't win?" Bitch, you supposed to be a Hall of Famer. You supposed to make the team better, right? Your presence supposed to improve the team, right? All them niggas is exposed, man. We gotta stop using kid gloves with these niggas, man. I ain't doing it. I don't give a fuck what none of these hoe ass niggas got to say, nigga. Ain't no bitch in me. Ain't no pussy in me. Ain't no back down in me, nigga. I know what the fuck I'm looking at. That nigga was guarded one-on-one yesterday. And it was a fucking shame. Without Klay Thompson, and his own teammates said the shit yesterday. Without Klay Thompson and KD and them other guys to open the court for him, he can't be Steph Curry. Because he needs those guys to get him free. So don't tell me, oh, he wasn't drafted to do this shit. No, get the fuck out of here. You drafted top 10, nigga. You supposed to be ready to go. You get picked unanimous MVP, you supposed to be ready to go. You supposed to at least be able to have some type of resistance. Don't give me, oh, those other guys ain't got championships, because in the years that they played that I'm talking about, they didn't have help. Now, should James Harden have championship? Yes, because later on he got help. Should Russ have a championship? Yes, because he had KD in them. They should have won. They both should have won that chip. You know what I'm saying? But at least the nigga got them niggas to the playoffs when he ain't have nobody. These niggas all cap, man. I don't respect that shit, bro.
Kobe had probably the worst roster.
Come on, bro.
Cast in Lakers history, and he took
Facts.
them motherfuckers to the playoffs.
To the play, it was up 3-1. It was up 3-1 on the Suns.
Yep.
Man, who
Come
was
on,
on
bro.
that Lakers roster?
Hey,
Man?
Too Raw. This is all I'm saying to you, my brother. This is all I'm saying to you, LB. All y'all in the chat. Bro, don't get beat by 30 and 40, bro. And at least if you go out and let us know, okay, look, man, I'm out here getting them motherfuckers. Because AI, even when he got beat, that nigga was going out and getting 40 balls, 50 balls. He was leaving it all out on the court. Bro, Gordon Hayward broke his hand. Remember we did a report on that shit, Too Raw? Or Hayward broke his hand?
Mm-hmm.
Then motherfucker came back opening night. I didn't even think he was going to be back for like 2 months. That bitch came back opening night and dropped 28. Curry hurt his hand last season. That bitch missed the whole season when he was slated to miss 6 weeks. And we know why that was. So why are we making shit up in line? Why are we out here protecting dudes, bro? Ain't nobody getting protected, bro. Nobody's saying Curry ain't no all-time great. We saying he ain't as high up on the list as they put him, bro. Yo, LB, where's all the shimmying at? Too Raw, where all the shimmy? Where all the shimmying at without Clay and without KD? Where's all the sticking out your tongue and hot dogging at? Where's that?
Where's all that front running?
Come on, bro. Let's get where's all the Steve Kerr and this intricate offense? Where that shit at? Huh? Remember when they kicked Mark Jackson out? LB, all these motherfuckers talking about, hey man, it was justified. You got an intricate offense. Where that shit at? Where's that?
Hey, where that Crip walking at when he busted that threes?
Come on, man. Let's keep this shit 100, bro. Bro, you keep that same energy at all times on the court, man. Don't come in here telling me he ranked over Isaiah. He ranked over all these dudes. I don't want to hear that shit. I don't give a fuck what nobody say. Nigga, it's the truth. Niggas can be in their feelings. What's up?
Man, I'm even considering, even though I'm considering putting him under Gary Payton, man. I think I got him too high on my list.
Tell the truth, bro. Tell the truth, bro. Bro, listen. The whole media still picked them to make the playoffs, even with the new moves they made. Not to win a chip because they lost Clay, but to make the playoffs, bro. Bro, they got beat by a combined 70 points in the first 2 games, bro.
Yeah.
They lost by 26
It's the
and
not
39.
competing part. It's the not competing part that gets me, man. Like, okay, losing is bad. It's bad, but if you don't compete at all, man, you don't deserve to be a coach in the NBA. I'm sorry.
Facts. Not a coach, like, not a player. Bro, you getting paid. Bro, man, y'all niggas, man.
Hey, shout out to my boy Black Reality TV in the building, man. What's up, man? Go ahead, y'all. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Hey, a ticket. I'm gonna ask you this though. Who in the same season, you know what I'm saying? Curry did this in the last 3 finals appearances, you know. Who was the who went to the NBA who came
no, look, check it out. Here's
went
what it is.
To the NBA right became league MVP
right
and went the finals MVP.
JMJ,
you have a little plethora of both.
JMJ. Here it go right here, JMJ. Here it go right here.
If you can hear me.
JMJ, hold on, JMJ. Here it go right here. Here it go right here.
MVP and finals MVP.
Hold on. Here it go right here, JMJ. Hold on. Check it out. JMJ, shut your drunk ass up for a second. Hold on. Here it go right here.
And Curry
hey, look,
did
here,
that.
Here it go right here. Here it go right here. Check it out. The Warriors won the first championship against LeBron. LeBron didn't have those 2 guys. He didn't have his main 2 guys. They won that one. Then LeBron came back and won the next year, right? When Draymond got suspended the game, and then Bogut got hurt for the rest of the series at the game 5, right? Right? Am I right or wrong, y'all?
You're right.
Why not run it right back the next year? See why they got to run go get KD? Curry's everything they say he is.
Hey, they were crying. Hey, Draymond Green was crying in the parking lot.
Begging Kevin Durant
to ran him out of town.
I'm just saying.
Right.
All that front running, all that hot dogging, all that shimmying and all that type of shit. Where the fuck is that? You get blown up by 20.
Why would a team that's 73-9 need to further re-up if they don't feel confident? If they feel confident in what they got, they should just run with the same thing, like Tick is saying.
And that was a damn good team. Without Kevin Durant, they was a damn good team.
Why you don't run that back? That's all I'm asking, bro. If he's everything they say he is, why they always trying to find a third guy? Why they try to trade for James Harden before the season to add him with them and Clay? Why they try and do that? But the Houston Rockets wasn't stupid enough to take Draymond Green. Why they didn't do that? Why they keep trying to do that? If he's everything they say he is, that's all I'm saying, bro. I'm not saying that Stephen Curry ain't an all-time great. People get that confused. I said at the beginning of my video, Stephen Curry's an all-time great. He ain't getting no pass, bro. He not getting no pass, man. You go out there, him, Steve Kerr, none of them motherfuckers getting a pass, bro. Draymond Green, none of them niggas, man. None of them niggas. None of them niggas get a pass, bro.
The more I think about it now, if they go out and get blown out by the Bulls,
man, it's not even blown out. I know, not even blown out. If they lose to the Bulls suck. If they lose to the Bulls,
I think you need to shake some things. I got to agree with you on this. You know what, you you might be right on that. You might have to shake some things up in that organization.
Listen, bro, I'm telling you right now, they on the phone right now. I guarantee they on the phone trying to make that deal for Harden. I guarantee they on the phone too, bro. LB, I guarantee all y'all they on that phone. LB, they on the phone right now trying to see what they can do to get James Harden. I guarantee.
Yeah. You got to make that deal, man. You know, I'm like, you can't continue to go out there and put that kind of product on the floor. They on the look. If this shit keeps up, because you know, Golden State got some nationally televised games this year. They're gonna flex them out.
And Steve Kerr talking about some. I got to put those other guys in better positions. I should, man, nigga. I'm tired of all these lame ass excuses.
And that's the thing.
Talking about, we got to win now, bitch. You should have did that shit the first 2 games. Put that effort out there, nigga. At least as a leader of your team, you go out there and destroy motherfuckers, so everybody can say, "Well, damn, Curry was bringing it. Them other niggas ain't doing it. Curry wasn't doing shit, bro." Man, and these niggas keep talking about double teams, man-to-man coverage. Nobody was double teaming Curry. It was him and Drew Holiday 1-on-1, and the nigga could not score.
Yep.
Let's cut this 20% from the 3 in 7 games. Yo, LB, 2 raw. Everybody in the chat, they call LaMelo Ball a bust after 1 game having 0 points.
Yeah.
But they say, "Oh, Stephen Curry, we gotta wait." No, nigga, keep that same energy. 7 games without Clay, and this nigga shooting 20% from the 3. Where's the all-time greatest shooter in NBA history? See, to me, you should be able to be the all-time greatest shooter wherever you at. Your location shouldn't change how that ball go in the rack.
You put Ray Allen on Milwaukee, Seattle, Boston, Miami, all-time great shooter everywhere. No matter who he playing with, what system he playing with, or what coach. Yeah.
And they act like Curry made Klay Thompson. Bro, if you'd have put Klay Thompson with Bron, you'd have put him with Kobe, you'd have put him with any of those elite players, he would have been all-time great shooter. Same way he is now. Same way he is right now. That's facts.
Yep.
So guys got to cut this capping ass shit out, man. This shit is cap, bro. Bro, stop giving these niggas a pass, man. We get on Russ. How hard do we get on Russ? 2 Russ?
Oh yeah, we get on Russ.
How hard do we get on James Harden?
Man, we be all last few days we all over James Harden.
We get on James Harden.
The media be killing KD, bro. They be killing LeBron, but we can't get Steph Curry no smoke. It's a rule against telling the truth about what we seeing with Steph Curry.
Hell, they killed Kyrie.
Come on, bro. But it's a rule against. It's a rule that says that we can't say nothing about Steph Curry, or else we a hater.
Yeah, bro. I can't do one video even being slightly critical of him. It's like, oh man, why you hating on the brother? Why you hating on him? And they try to make it about something else. They try to make it about skin color and all this stupid crap. But we're talking basketball, man. Ain't got nothing to do with none of that stupidness.
And this thing that
Facts.
pissed me off, man, these motherfuckers out here talking that shit like they on goddamn Stephen Curry's payroll.
Facts, bro.
Yeah.
I mean, y'all act like y'all cut this motherfucker cutting y'all a check every 2 weeks for you to be on his protection agency and shit. You don't think y'all
Facts.
Kendrick Perkins?
And guess what, too, Rob? And guess what? Guess what? All y'all in the chat, JMJ. Guess what, LB? Guess what? Here go the truth right here. If you switch James Harden and Curry right now, them niggas ain't lose by no 40. That's a competitive game going down the stretch.
Off top.
Because James Harden, because titties over titles gonna drop 40.
And you
Yeah,
know, for as much
yeah.
shit we give James Harden for the bullshit he's doing the last over the years and whatnot, when the motherfucker ain't did no goddamn maintenance day, he gonna play. Now they got a game against Portland tonight. Portland a 9-point favorite. I bet you James Harden gonna go out there and not. But this is the regular season.
James Harden going for 45 tonight.
Yeah, James Harden gonna take like 45 shots and score like 80 fucking points.
And that's what I'm saying. LB, that's what I'm saying. Curry got to do. When you in a situation like that, bro, you gotta put it all on the line. You on national TV, bro. And people's coming in here. Did you hear the excuse they was making last night? Two right there on my channel talking about, he struggles on Christmas Day.
Oh my God.
Hey, Chicken. Hey, I remember somebody did say that shit last night. Someone
Bro,
came
they came
on
and
last
said-
night.
So he
They
struggles
say-
on
they
Christmas
say-
Day.
Yes.
So
The nigga averaged 12 points. He averaged 12 points on Christmas Day. Like on like 20-something%.
So he struggled. He struggled on Christmas Day, Election Day, Inauguration Day, President's Day, St. Patrick's Day.
Hey, come on, bro. Come on, man. Hey, bro. And all we doing is being honest, bro. You got to be honest, man. Curry is an all-time great player. He's not a dude to carry a team like that. He ain't. He's already showed niggas this. Bro, what happened in the finals last year, too, bro, when they got down 2-1? Them niggas was begging KD to come back.
Yep.
Baby, come back.
Again.
And you know what, Ticket? It's funny that you say that because when KD came back for what the first quarter, you started to see that they were feeding off of KD. They were feeding off of KD. And then the minute that he went down again, with that Achilles injury, man, they was never the same. Never the same.
Hold on, I gotta address something in this fucking chat room. See, I'm gonna address your little bullshit comment. Then I'm gonna time you out. All right, what do you mean we being hard on him? This motherfucker is a grown ass man. He's a professional basketball player. What the fuck you mean we be too hard on him? He is not a 2-year-old. Okay, I could be hard on my 2-year-old. I can tell my 2-year-old, hey, you can't do that. I can tell my own 2-year-old son, yeah, hey, you can't do that. You got to do this, that, and the third. This motherfucker been playing basketball. This motherfucker forgot about basketball the way you know, and you come in saying that dumbass shit. You fucking kidding me? Yeah, time out for your opinion, and just for you saying that, yeah, sit in the corner and wear a dunce hat for 5 minutes.
Facts. And then let's cook on this whole ass nigga Steve Kerr too. This motherfucker was getting all them accolades, all that goddamn respect. They was shitting on Mark Jackson. Give Mark Jackson his fucking job back. Mark Jackson deserves his goddamn job back right now because it's all smoke and mirrors with Steve Kerr. This motherfucker can't even make a game competitive, bro. Mark Jackson would have had that game competitive yesterday. Even if they lost, them motherfuckers would have been competitive in that game. In the first game too. It's a fucking shame what you're seeing from Steve Kerr. That's why I cooked his stupid ass the other day. Because he need to get cooked too. Because I'm telling you something. Go ahead. Nah, I'm just saying, Two Raw. Them people in the Bay Area, I had some people on my channel last night talking about, Steve Kerr, he cool. He got time. Man, y'all ain't get Mark Jackson no time. Why y'all ain't stand up for Mark Jackson like that? He turned the team. I seen Mark Jackson in situations where they had bad teams. He turned them around.
And when Superman D-Funk was in that bitch last night?
Yeah, he was the one that was talking all that crazy shit. I was cooking his stupid ass. Hey, what you say? Two Raw, you was going to say something.
Yeah, the thing about Mark Jackson is like he helped to change the culture in Golden State. Like a lot of younger dudes don't even remember Ticket. Nobody wanted to go to Golden State 10, 15 years ago because it was just like they were just seen as like a loser franchise. Remember when Bedrooms was there and who else was there? I mean, they had that little run in 2007, but for the most part, going back to between Run TMZ and Steph Curry being drafted, they sucked. They were one of the worst teams. They had a losing culture. I remember when they hired Mark Jackson, most people thought Mark Jackson was going to be a 1 or 2 year coach. He was going to suck in Golden State because they sucked. And he helped it. He turned that thing around, man. Now, for the most of the 2000 teams, you could argue they were the team of the decade. Probably. They were the team of the decade last decade. You know, competition with the Heat. But Mark Jackson did that. And he can't get a goddamn job?
Yeah, you're right about that too, Raw. Because we all remember that little small run that they had.
You know what the worst part about it? Because Philadelphia Warriors. It was the Philadelphia Warriors that won them championships, and then it was Golden State with Rick Barry and Coach Al Adams. You know what I'm saying? Coach Al Adams that put them on the map, but they couldn't win. About 40 years later till that time too. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but look, JMJ, this will fuck me up the worst, bro. Is to me the Warriors fans ain't stand up tall enough for Mark Jackson. They let them motherfuckers do that shit to Mark Jackson. I ain't hear the Warrior fans out here going hard for Mark Jackson.
Nope.
They let that shit ride with Steve Kerr.
Right.
Like praising, Steve Kerr offense is more interesting. Where it's at now? I told you, motherfuckers. If Steve Kerr would have taken that Knicks job, the bitch would have been fired after 2 years. You would have never heard from that motherfucker again. And Mark Jackson would have been with the Warriors team. They have 4 rings right now, possibly 5. And KD would have never left.
That's right, Ticket. That's right. Mark Jackson. You know, man down, all that stuff. He would have got them. He would have got the Warriors together. I'm telling you, man. Mark Jackson is the man.
Steve Kerr just came into a great situation. He came into a house that was already built. All he had to do was just open the door.
I'm starting to think Steve Kerr got, if anybody Steve Kerr should thank for getting that job indirectly is Jordan. Because Jordan built that motherfucker up. You know what I'm saying? Him hitting the shot. You know what I'm saying? All that talk about, I punched him in the eye, but he stood up to me. That means he got guts and he hit that shot. It was Chicago. That shit got romanticized so much. People thinking he's some great champion player. Man, Steve Kerr ain't nothing but a 4 points per game, wide open, occasional 3-point making dude. That's it. He ain't no leader. He ain't no great mind, no basketball, none of that shit, man.
And you would think, this is just my opinion, you would think from all the years that Steve Kerr played under some of the greatest coaches in NBA history, that some of that stuff he would have learned, it could have rubbed off to what he's doing right now in this situation.
Yeah, it should have rubbed off, but it didn't. You say Jordan. I think it's a little bit, try to put the triangle with Phil Jackson with the Knicks, but he didn't go for that. He went for the Golden State, try to take advantage of that. You know what I'm saying? Because it kind of reminds me of the Tar Heels with Matt Doherty and Roy Williams with the Tar Heels. You know what I'm saying? When they had their recruitment build up and all that stuff, man. You know what I'm saying? Then Roy Williams came up in there and won a national championship with Felton and McCants and all them, Sean May.
Right. As a matter of fact, what did Steve Kerr do so special when he was general manager of the Phoenix Suns? Didn't they decline?
Brought over Shaquille O'Neal at the time when he was pretty much out of his prime.
Right. That was kind of like the matter of fact, when you think about it, that was when they started declining as a franchise when he came over there.
Because by that time, I think Steve Nash was. I don't even think Steve Nash was still there.
He was still there.
Oh, okay.
But he was at the end. He was still the end.
Yeah. I think Stoudemire had went to the Knicks, if I'm not mistaken.
They lost Stoudemire.
He was still there. That was his.
You sure?
He was still there. He was still there.
Okay.
He was still there. That was like 2009. He was still there.
Yeah. He brought in Shaq, Terry Porter, and then Jason Richardson, Jared Dudley.
Oh,
Jared
Lord.
Scrubbly.
Oh
Jared
my
Scrubbly.
God.
Jared Scrubbly. Oh my God, man, that dude is the worst. You know what? Oh my God, man. Ugh. I can't stand it. I can't stand guys that do not contribute to the game. It's almost like he sits on the bench and he's calling the superstar on the floor. You're a bum. Get him off the court. I hate that guy. Man, I do not like Jared Scrubbly. Man.
Remember, he traded they had Raja Bell and Boris Diaw. They traded them for Shaq. Right?
Yeah.
Remember that trade?
Mm-hmm.
And then also no, I take that back. It was Raja Bell, Boris Diaw. They traded for Jason Richardson and Jared Dudley. Sean Marion was the guy they traded out for Shaq.
Yeah, for the Heat. Yeah.
And Richardson was done by then, wasn't he?
Whoa, wait a minute.
Wasn't Richardson done by then? 2009, 2010?
I don't know, too. I think he was still a good contributor.
I think he still had value. Because I remember years he won slam.
Yeah, because when he was in Golden State, man, he was
motherfucker still was athletic.
Yeah, he was putting up numbers. I mean, I'm not saying he was, a 20 and 10 type guy, but he could give you some pretty solid, he was putting up some pretty solid numbers to give you.
Okay. For some reason, I thought
the guy was athletic as hell, man. I mean, that guy could jump through the gym.
Yeah,
Adrian Barbie doll. You still got the Warriors making the playoffs? Really, dude? Hey, I knew if I did this stream long enough, there would be a contrarian to come in this motherfucker.
Man, they're not making the playoffs. You smoke crack, don't you?
Nah, you shoot heroin, don't you?
You smoke crack, don't you? Oh, man, the West is too competitive, man. I don't.
7 seed? So you mean to tell me they're getting in over the Lakers, obviously. They're getting in over the Nuggets, obviously, even though they're struggling right now and on 2. The Clippers, Mavericks, Jazz, Trailblazers. So we already at 6, right? Phoenix.
That's 7 right there.
Some people making an argument for Sacramento.
I would even with or without James Harden. With or without James Harden, I still say the Houston Rockets could sneak in.
Yeah. So
hey, don't forget about Memphis Grizzlies.
Oh yeah.
I said Memphis. How in the hell Golden State will make the playoffs? How? Hey, I know you still coming off your emotional high because the Toronto Raptors got their asses beat in the second round, like I say, or should I say the Tampa Bay Raptors, right? The Toronto Raptors of Tampa Bay.
I mean, like it's kind of disrespectful, definitely, for putting that man over Garnett, Iverson, like Durant. I feel like
they got Stephen Curry right above KD, KG, and Allen Iverson. You want to bet? You want to bet? Hey, look, so we're not gonna be like, you know what, I escape. We're not gonna be like a Saw 09 where we sit here making bets and don't pay. So this is what we're gonna do. Right? Since you want to bet, you really want to bet, you see the cash app right there, we're going to put that bitch in escrow. Put your money up or don't say nothing at all. Man, $50. We're going to bet a dead Ulysses Grant. We're going to put up a dead Ulysses Grant. You know what I'm saying? $50 that the Golden State Warriors don't make the playoffs. Or if you know what? I feel real confident in the fact that the Golden State Warriors not going to make the playoffs. You know what? Let's put up a dead Benjamin Franklin. That's right. A dead Benjamin Franklin. Let's keep this 100. So we're going to keep this 100. Well, guess what? We're going to bet a dead Benjamin Franklin here in America, because I know you probably up there in Canada somewhere, and America is $100. So we're going to keep it 100. $100. Put that bitch in my cash app as escrow. If the Golden State Warriors, by the grace of God, by the strike of a lightning bolt, by the suck of a dick of a porn star, make the playoffs, then I'll give you your money back and my money.
We'll know if he's serious business if he put that in that escrow.
Yeah. Let's see how really serious you are. Ain't no way hell Golden State going to the playoffs. You serious about that? You really serious about that, bro? You really think Golden State going to the playoff? You in America? Well, that's great. You know what I'm saying? Because, you know, we got all kinds of illegal immigrants in America, right?
Yeah, Hakeem, coming to America. Hakeem.
Hey, coming to America too. I can't wait to see that shit.
Oh man, all time.
Yeah, I saw Wonder Woman last night.
I'm gonna tell y'all this though.
Hey,
I'm gonna tell y'all this.
The fucking thing about Wonder Woman, I still gotta watch that shit. You know what I'm saying? I got too busy last night. You know what I'm saying? I'm busy falling asleep. But anyway, but I was busy.
Too busy fuck.
hey, LB, too raw. And the rest of the panel, tickets here. But they better have a 33-game winning streak, just like the doggone 72 Lakers, right?
That 33-game winning streak. Man, look, the way they're playing right now, they're gonna be on a 33-game losing streak.
Man, come on, bro. 33. Come on, man.
I tell you right now, tomorrow night. Because after they got the Bulls, they got the Pistons. They got Detroit Pistons after that. Now, they're 2 games they should win. Andrew Wiggins should have a good game. Now, if Andrew Wiggins go out there and he stinks up the joint and gets the Bulls,
wait,
the Bulls.
Andrew Wiggins is playing for the Warriors. That just goes to show how much they really been doing.
Wait, you didn't know that he played for the Warriors?
That just goes to show that I haven't really been seeing nothing from him if I haven't even seen Andrew Wiggins on the floor.
None of y'all.
That's right. You make that Adrian Barbie doll. Put your money where your mouth is. Is your Roger Wood that big? Put your money where your mouth is, bro.
Wait a minute. Who did the Golden State Warriors trade for right when Klay Thompson went down with that ACL injury?
They traded D'Angelo Russell. That's what they traded for.
They traded Andrew Wiggins for D'Angelo Russell.
Exactly.
And they signed Kelly Oubre. And
they traded for Kelly Oubre because Kelly Oubre was traded to the Phoenix Suns.
For who they traded for trade somebody the Warriors for Kelly Oubre?
That's what I'm saying.
No, I take that back. So Kelly Oubre was traded from the Phoenix Suns to the OKC Thunder, right? Kelly Oubre was on OKC for 1 day. When Klay Thompson went down for OKC, that's when they put in the trade for Kelly Oubre.
Kelly Oubre was not on OKC.
He was traded to OKC from Phoenix in the Chris Paul trade. So you missed that. You might have missed that. So when Kelly Oubre played for the Phoenix Suns because he was traded from the Washington Wizards to the Phoenix Suns.
Oh, okay, I got it.
Yeah. Okay, we tracking that.
Thunders don't want him. Okay.
Okay, so they made so basically when Klay went down, they made a desperation type trade to try to put more points on the board.
Bingo.
Okay.
Yeah.
That was a desperation trade. And speaking of which, where is Draymond Bum Green at? Is he hurt?
Yeah, he got a
knee boo-boo. He claims to have a bad foot injury, but really, if he had the bad foot injury, why are you on the bench laughing his butt off like
he don't want to play. He just is complaining about
he don't want to play. That motherfucker's a scrub. Okay? SCRUB. Scrub. He's a
but I remember but yet you got these young guys that say that he's 10 times better than Dennis Rodman. I'm like, what?
Oh hell no.
Hey, you know what? A hot take like that reminds me of this, right? That's like 99 cats walk by and 98 stop to take a shit in your mouth when you say shit like that.
I used to just look at him like, so you really believe that Draymond Green was better than Dennis Rodman? Didn't Dennis Rodman in his one game in his career, didn't he average like something like 22 or 25 rebounds or something like that?
A season.
I mean, I know he's had stretches where he's averaged over 20 rebounds over like a 2-week period or something like that.
Yeah,
I know in 92 he averaged 19 rebounds a game in 92.
I gotta look that up again, but I think he had one game. I think it was when he was playing with that little short stint. He was playing with the Spurs. I think he had like 22 or 25 rebounds. I gotta look it up again.
I
Yeah,
know
he-
that his go ahead.
I'm telling y'all this, man. Draymond Green thinking the next coming of Robert Ory or something like that, and he was on the bench, getting the clutch points and all that stuff. And Robert Ory did his thing in the clutch. You know what I'm saying? Draymond Green ain't good in the clutch.
Man,
You
Robert
feel what I'm
Ory
saying?
is,
Can y'all
if
hear me?
anybody, Draymond Green is definitely not on the level of a Robert Ory. Big shot Bob.
Not at all.
Definitely not on the level of Big
Not
Shot
even
Bob.
close.
They
Not
was
even
doing
close.
they was doing a special on the Houston Rockets last night on NBA TV talking about that back-to-back championship team. And I forgot just how good that team really was.
And
Yeah.
you know what? That's the bad part about it. I think they're the lowest seed in NBA history. They number 6. That was number 6 in the Western Conference,
Yeah.
and still won the NBA championship. You know what I'm saying?
Hell,
With Robert
They had
Ory,
Clyde
with Clyde, even though Vernon Maxwell, I was disappointed in him with that.
their
With
role,
that, you know what I'm saying?
and I think
But
I
I
Two
think
Raw,
the number 6 seed. You ain't
yeah,
see
Two Raw, I
nobody
think
ever did that since. You feel
you
what
did
I'm
a
saying?
video on that. You did a video on that Too Raw a while back about I think it was the second Rockets team that had the toughest road to make it to the NBA finals.
Yeah, man. They played Utah the first round. They won like 60 games or something.
Yeah, like they had the toughest road to the finals that
Right.
year.
Then the second round, they had to come back from 3-1 against Phoenix. They won 59 games.
Right.
And then the conference finals, they played against the team that had the best record. They had 62 wins, the
Yeah.
Spurs, and beat them in 6. And then they swept Orlando, who was 57-25, but 39-2 at home at the arena that year.
Who
I think
everybody
they had the best. I think they had the toughest schedule,
they
the
had
toughest
the
like
toughest.
task. Yeah.
They had the toughest road. Because I remember you made a video about that, and when I was watching the little special they was doing on NBA TV last night, they were talking about that Vernon Maxwell and Rudy Tomjanovich, and everything you just said. I was like, wow, I remember Too Raw did a special on that not too long ago. The Houston Rockets had a hell of a task getting out of the West to make it to the finals. And not only that, they swept. Didn't they sweep Orlando that year?
They swept them.
In
And
95.
they
Yeah,
were
they
down
swept
20
them in the
points in
finals
the
that
first
year.
quarter. They were down 20 points in the second quarter of that game?
Yeah, they swept
Yeah.
that team.
95.
Man,
Yeah, man. And you know, they had like a lot of like unsung heroes throughout that run, man. Like whether it's Vernon Maxwell, whether it's Sam Cassell, whether it's
Mario
Kenny Smith in
Ellie.
game 1 of 95. We hit all those threes.
And what was your dude name? Mario Ellie.
Oh yeah, Mario Ellie, the kiss of
Hey,
death.
the kiss of
Man,
death,
that
kid,
dude right there
baby.
was
That
an
man blew
animal, boy.
that.
Mario Ellie, boy, he was, man, look here. You leave that guy wide open, you was gonna pay for it.
The kiss of, hey, you know what? That was the only shot he hit in that game too.
That
Yeah,
guy
it was.
That was the only shot in the kiss of death game, man. He hit that three from the corner. Hey,
And he blew a kiss like, nah.
kiss of death. Mwah.
I guarantee we're not gonna blow a 3-1 lead. Ernest, Kenny, Shaq, LB. I guarantee we're not gonna blow a 3-1 lead. Yeah, right.
Yeah,
right, Charles.
Hey, believe the opposite when it comes to Charles Barkley. It was like, poor, and that motherfucker jinxed me too. So the classic video I did early this year, right? And remember, I got the top 10 videos on my channel coming next week, right?
Mm-hmm.
You know, whether it be but the cops getting called on me to, you know, having a heated debate with that stupid ass Lamont Lane and whoever else, right? Me and Too Raw doing an epic video about Kendrick Perkins and the ESPN Top 100 list. We had Kobe Bryant ranked 93rd, right? There's gonna be some.
What?
Yeah. You didn't know? You didn't know? You didn't know? Hold on. Sterling Young. You didn't know ESPN had Kobe Bryant ranked 93rd?
Oh,
no.
Like, oh yeah.
Yeah, I remember that.
I definitely remember that. And then I think this didn't that come out like right around the time that man, I think they did that like right around the time that Kobe had just came off of what 3 final
I
appearances
don't
or
remember
something.
I do remember they ranked Kobe 40.
Nah, dude, they had him right damn there at the like bottom down there with
No,
like
I remember
Gatorade guy.
the interview about that. They said, "Oh, your rank was 40." I remember.
But what happened was the year before they ranked him 25th, and Kobe, like in the interview, called he called them a bunch of idiots, and then out of spite, the next year they had him ranked 93rd, which is ridiculous. If you look at the players they had ranked ahead of him, it was ridiculous.
Then I remember. Then Stephen A. Smith was like, "Oh, that list was right."
Man,
Stephen A. Smith is a company hack.
Now you want to know what's amazing?
Yeah,
ESPN's already not giving the Brooklyn Nets no credit. They think they like it's still early days, not one of the best teams in the league right now. Like,
hey, Sterling Young, I got a clip. And Two Raw, remember this clip right here?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah.
Luol Deng?
I'll put this link for everyone to see real quick, you know what I'm saying? Right. What's up, Mr. Big Chest? What's to my boy, Mr. Big Chest in the chat room, man? No, Jack Retro, he is not on the Lady Wilkins is not on the list. Thanks for bringing it up. That's another trap.
Stuff that over ULBC and all the rest of them. Too long.
I'm gonna give you a wrench, bro.
Oh,
Just for you saying that, I'm gonna give you a wrench. Now, look at this shit right here, man. This fucking travesty right here. Back in 2015, they got Kobe Bryant ranked 93rd. Now, let's see the motherfuckers they had ranked about Kobe Bryant. Luol
Look at these players, man. Look at these bums.
come on, man.
Bro, it gets better. And try everybody, it gets a lot better. You know what I'm saying? It gets better. Now, let's go to, I'm gonna go to the top 10. I'm going to hit one through 9. See what kind of other crappy ass motherfuckers they have listed about Kobe Bryant. Wow. These motherfuckers better Kobe Bryant. Right? Reggie Jackson. Thomas Gibson. They got Thomas Gibson ranked about Kobe Bryant. Marcus Smart. Monte Ellis. Tyreke Evans. He can't fucking stay healthy to save his goddamn life. Drew Holiday. Brian Harris. Jaleel Okafor. What?
See, that right there just shows you how spiteful that they were. Like, come on.
Jaleel Okafor.
Come on.
Yo,
That me and Two Raw did earlier this year.
off here, man. Let me get off here, man. Hey, let me get off here, man. Y'all cooking today. But I appreciate y'all. You know, I know my string yards is kind of silent. But other than that, man, salute to y'all, LB, Too Raw for TV, and the rest of the panel, including Ticket and the rest of the crew, man. But I appreciate y'all, man. The after Christmas eggnog, huh?
Hey man, hey.
All right, there, fellas.
Did earlier.
All right, now.
Hey, all right, salute to you, GMJ. Peace out, homie. Hey, Too Raw. Wasn't that
all right
earlier this year?
You said, do I remember it?
Yeah, that was an epic video we did earlier this year.
Yeah,
But
that was funny, man. That was funny, and you really just touched it. You really just touched it. You really just, reaching the peak of the iceberg with that one, man. Because there's some players on that list, man. I'm like especially like 5 years later, 4 or 5 years later, you're like, man, this had to be nothing but a spite thing, man. Luau Dane, man.
Yeah.
Luau Dane.
I was like, well, damn. I said, okay, this gotta be kidding me. So then I seen Brandon Knight. I was like, what? It get worse and worse when he got Robin Lopez. I'm like, Robin Lopez.
Hey, I was done when I saw Monte Ellis. I said, what?
Monte Ellis injured. He's an injury prone.
And by then, Monte Ellis was done. He was about done.
What?
Come on, man. Monte Ellis, the last time we saw that guy have any flash of solid performances was his early years with the Warriors back in like 2007.
Yeah.
Right.
I was like, what? And then it went to Jaleel Okafor. It was like, what?
You can't make this shit up, man.
We're still in the league right now.
You can't make this shit up, man.
ESPN is bugging. ESPN is bugging. Like, you gotta be kidding me.
That's that I call it that biased journalism, that ESPN, the media.
Yep. Yeah, man. It's sad. And you know what's funny too is that I think it was like 2015 when they did that, but 8-9 years earlier, when it was profitable for them, they were slurping Kobe.
Oh my God, I remember
back then. They were slurping him, But once he had that Achilles injury, they felt like he wasn't useful for them anymore. So they just went on to the next guy, who was LeBron at the time. But it's just, that's why I don't like them dudes, man. They just all that hype they do, man. It got nothing to do with they think the guy's great, man. It's just marketing, man. It's just all about money for them. Hype.
No,
right now they're trying to do it.
I remember because they was playing Kobe like on the rings. They was playing him. So.
Like, remember right when I think it was that 2007, 2008 year, right around that time, when the media was hyping up the whole Kobe versus LeBron going to the finals. They had the whole LeBron and Kobe Bryant,
and they did the commercials.
And,
they did the commercials with them damn puppets.
And as we all know, Kobe Bryant was holding up his end of the bargain. He made it to 3 straight NBA finals. But at the same time, you had your man LeBron that getting beat by the Orlando Magic. He couldn't get out of the way. He couldn't get past Boston. But, as the media tries to blow up this whole narrative that, he never has no help. But what gets me is you keep hearing him say he makes everybody around him better. But if he makes everybody around him better, then that means he doesn't play with no bums, though, right?
Yeah, man, they say that crap, man.
That's what gets me.
Yeah. The thing about it, he needs to have a specific set of guys around him for that to work, though. Like, that's why like, when he went to LA, they got to change the whole damn roster because they has to fit around his game.
Mm-hmm.
You're a ball-dominant player for the most part, especially on the perimeter. You can't coexist with him. You either got to change your game around completely or, it's just not going to work.
Or they'll say, if you don't equal the same amount of points as LeBron and you're playing with them, then you're considered a bum. And I'm like, no, that's not true. That's not true at all. I said the fact of the matter is that, like you said, too, Raw, LeBron is just so ball dominant that what if they were averaging 20 points a game on their respectable team at the time, now that they had to come and play with LeBron, now they're averaging 15 points, maybe
Something
a couple
like
of
that.
rebounds here and there.
14. Yeah.
Somewhere in there. So it's not like, no, they're not bums. They just don't get a chance to contribute to the game as much as they used to, because now they have to lower their, their standards in terms of to complement LeBron James. And I've always said, man, this ain't no knock on LeBron, man. I got him in my top 5 all-time greats. But I'm sorry, man. I just don't think, in my opinion, the guy, if he doesn't have, like you said, a certain amount of superstars or a certain type of players around him, he's just not going to be successful. But you hear the same thing about when other teams build formidable teams to counter that. You hear them say, well, they're stacking the deck. They're stacking the deck. But when LeBron does it, just like this offseason, look at all the acquisitions that they made this offseason. All you were hearing about is how great this team is going to be. They're going to win 72 games. It was just like it was a Lakers fest. And I'm like, this is why sometimes you hope that this guy loses just so the media can get a taste of their own damn medicine. Because I know what you're saying.
Well, that's going to happen this year because we're going to look like the team that can actually put him down this year.
I mean, based on the teams that I see right now, I mean, it's still early. I still got the Lakers going to the finals, winning it. That's a iffy. I like what I see from Brooklyn right now. I still need to see more. I think the chemistry is there. I think they're playing very good. They got a bench, and that guy Allen, that guy's a rebounding machine. Like, this guy's rebounding in the damn third row of the damn stand.
And you know, this whole season, the media is not going to give Brooklyn no credit because they hate KD and Kyrie on that team right now.
Oh no, they're not going to give them public enemy number one, man. I've said it once, I'll say it again. Anybody who poses a threat to LeBron James in any way, shape, form, fashion, MVPs or anything like that, they're going to always try to find a way to debunk them or try to find a way to, discredit anything that they're doing. But
I've always felt like with Westbrook, some of the hate that he gets, it's not just because of the way he plays with turnovers and stuff like that, because you got other guys that do that too. I think it comes a little bit from the fact that he proved LeBron James's early theory to be a reality. What I mean by that is, I remember when LeBron first came to the NBA, everybody always said he was a walking triple-double. If he wanted to, he could average a triple-double. He could average a triple-double. Yeah. And then Westbrook went out there and actually did average a triple-double, and then he did it again. And then he did it again. I mean, you could say whether he was padding his numbers or not, but he did it. And then I noticed ever since he's been doing it, LeBron's been trying to up the ante with that too, like with his stat padding per game. You know what I'm saying? So that could be a possible reason why sometimes they target Westbrook. But if there's anything, like you said, if you pose a threat to LeBron in any way, shape, or form, in any way, there's certain people in the media that's gonna be out to get you. Whether it's Giannis, Kawhi, Durant, yeah.
They do it all the time. And to all you, man, listen. I always said, man, you are a walking basketball encyclopedia. You said it in one of your videos, man, not too long ago, man. Like, we all remember, man. Remember when Kawhi was with the Raptors? You remember how the media was loving Kawhi Leonard. Oh, he's going to be great with LeBron. Things are going to be great. They're going to win 200 games. Everything's going to be lovely. And the minute that he went across the hall, instead of going to the Lakers, the entire media just turned their back on him. Like, they resent Kawhi for not playing with LeBron.
Yeah, man. Remember last year when everybody like Kendrick Perkins and all the Nick Wrights and all those guys, the usual suspects. I mean, look, man, Kendrick Perkins breathing like he about to have a coronary. I mean, how many people you need? They're just stacking the deck in Cooperland. They're stacking the deck.
Exactly.
But when LeBron do it, I mean, that's what you try to do when you got to win. You try to get all the best players you can get. It's
not even like guys like that. It's these LeBron fans, these Bron sexuals. They be going crazy with it because
they do. Like when the Warriors was smashing the Cavaliers. I mean, they were destroying the Cavaliers in the finals. All you kept hearing is, we hate Golden State. We hate Golden State. We hate them. Well, let's be honest. Y'all hate them because it's keeping LeBron from winning more rings. Let's just call it what it really is. Like the whole Kevin Durant hate. Kevin Durant, before now, I wasn't a fan of what he did. You know, I felt like the team that he had in OKC, I felt like they were good enough to beat the Warriors and beat the Cleveland Cavaliers in the finals. But the hatred that Kevin Durant got, it had nothing to do with basketball. It was all personal.
That was personal. Yeah. Because these fans, they like, because y'all, they be making some ridiculous stuff. Like, say it's LB, he's critiquing LeBron's game, and then the fans be like, "Oh, you hating on the man? Like, you racist? You hating on another black man?"
Oh man, I get that all the time.
Like, what?
I get that.
What's up, Ralph Long? What's up, man? And I hate that, man. I really do hate that shit. I really do hate that.
I get that all the time, man. That's the one I really hate, man. You cooling on here hating on another brother. You cooling hating on another brother.
Hey, get this too. So too raw. I don't know if you saw the video I did yesterday about Kamala Harris, right? So I did a video yesterday about Kamala Harris and basically how she called the governor of California, Gavin Newsom, to recommend Latino to take her seat in the U.S. Senate, right?
Right.
So not long after I did that video, right? Because I'm still waiting on these motherfuckers these motherfuckers that approach me about their little sisterhood, right? When they were talking about, Kamala Harris was doing the goddamn on sorority and all this bullshit, right? But she called a Latino. She called fucking Gavin Newsom to recommend Latino to be in the U.S. Senate. So not long after that video, somebody came on my comment section and attacked me for attacking her.
That's crazy. Salute everybody.
I ain't done ranting yet.
All right, sorry. I'm sorry. Sorry, LB.
That motherfucker came on my comment section, attacked me for attacking her, but you're not gonna get at her for that bullshit. You're not gonna get at her for what she did. But yet you can sit up here and get on me, talk about I'm cooning and we need to come together. Well, how the fuck you can sit up there and tell me to come together when she doing that shit? When she throwing divisive tactics out there? That bitch ain't never once said that she was a black woman. But yet you gonna come at me for getting a death fuckling, that fake titty, flat booty having ass bitch? Are you fucking kidding me? You got me fucked up. Look, I'm gonna continue to call these motherfuckers up for what they are. I don't give a fuck in the basketball court. I don't give a fuck from a political aspect. When they out here jacking our fucking chain and treating us like we're a bunch of fucking dogs, I'm gonna get on their ass about that shit. I'm gonna continue to be obnoxious. I'm gonna continue to be overbearing. And there's two things you can do about it: nothing and like it.
Hey, Kamala Harris. Hey, to be honest with you, every time I see her, I'm like, damn, how can I get her back to the bachelor pad for a couple of hours?
Man, look, you waste your money, man. You know what I'm saying? Because the pussy already been ran through.
Well,
I mean, that's the only value she got, though. I mean, that's it. That's the only value she got it on, to be, beating in and skeeting in and kick her out the curb.
I'll get her back to the bachelor pad, Put on
Hey,
the
hey, T-Raw. Hey, why you bullshitting? Hey, that's what. Hey, we can use that $600 stimulus for that. You know what I'm saying? Get it ready. Look, I only got 1 hour. All right, so we go. It could be no pillow talking. It could be none of that shit. Like, look, I'm gonna get in. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna bang you out. You know what I'm saying? At the 59-minute mark, you gotta get the fuck out. You know what I'm saying? Because I only got $600. Y'all ain't give me no more money. Y'all got money to get to Asia and fucking Bangladesh and goddamn, you know, and goddamn Israel and all that. But you ain't got no money to give to the United States. You ain't got no money to give me. You know what I'm saying? And I know you the vice president, so you know you jacked up your rate from $300 to $600. So that's why I said we gotta get in, no pillow talking, no nothing. I'm a beat, I'm a skeet, and you gotta you gotta beat feet.
Oh, I gotta steal that one, LB.
Just because you both fucking vice president, that you ain't shit. You ain't shit. You understand me, bitch? Oh yeah, I'm just a fucking whore. I'm a fucking whore. I'm a donor whore. That's right, bitch. You ain't nothing but a donor whore. Take this
And when you get back, to the White House, and you get back to talk to that Jim Crow Joe motherfucker, you make sure you tell that motherfucker to cut the goddamn check. I want all my reparations. You know what I'm saying? Every last bit of my reparations, all right?
I'm gonna give you your reparations.
Let's get back to basketball. All right, Gideon. I know you said you was in here for talking about something about whatever. So, what is boiling your broccoli today?
What kills me is that some people say that Brooklyn has no chance to win a title. Are you serious? Some people actually think the Nets have a great chance to win a championship. They have depth, versatility, defense has been locked in so far, and you have multiple guys to create their own shot. Dinwiddie, KD, Kyrie, LeVert, Joe Harris can put the ball on the floor, Jeff Green, Sherman. These guys can put the ball on the floor. Jared Allen can block shots. DeAndre Jordan can block shots. I mean, Steve Nash has done a great job using some motion offense to get KD to get Kyrie to start moving the ball a little bit. You know, this Brooklyn Nets team is deep, man. And look, I got the Lakers winning the West. I'm sticking with that pick. But if they play the Nets, it's going to be a tough series for them.
There's another thing, too.
I just think that, and I like Brooklyn. I like what I see from them so far. Don't get me wrong. They are deep. The only thing I think that can stop Brooklyn is themselves. And if they can stay healthy, I think they got a real good shot at winning it all. But health is definitely going to have to be on this side. That's just my opinion.
Health and also sometimes matchup. Because sometimes you cannot. You're Brooklyn. You don't want to play a team like Miami. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Because again, I'm not saying the Heat would beat the Nets. I'm not saying that, but the Heat have the best chance in the East to knock them out. Because Miami does have defenders in Iguodala, Butler that you can throw at KD. You know what I mean? So
I don't think there's nobody on Miami who can stop Kevin Durant.
I mean, not stop, but bother. There's a difference, though. They have guys like Jimmy Butler.
I don't think there's nobody on Miami who can bother Kevin Durant because he can shoot over anybody and he can take anybody to the hole. And plus, when you have to worry about Kevin Durant, then you got to worry about Kyrie Irving getting hot.
I'm starting to be concerned about Iguodala's age too, man. How is he, like 37 now?
Yeah, he's starting to get up there in age, man.
Yeah, I'm starting to worry. That's around that time that a lot of times great defenders start losing their ability to be great defenders. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. I'm a little concerned about Iguodala. But hey, can I ask you guys a question?
Yeah.
Has anybody ever like considered the fact that, speaking of the age thing, LeBron's going to turn 36. Do you guys think that Wednesday?
Yeah.
Okay. Do you guys think it might be possible, being that this is going to his 18th season, because it's going to happen inevitably? When are we going to see that decline? Like, at what point are we going to see, father time starting to kick in with LeBron James?
I think it's happening right now.
Now, I'm looking at it right now. When they're Clippers, he had that problem with that groin.
You kind of see it a little bit. I mean, yeah, he's still showing little flashes of getting to the basket, hitting your every, once in a while mid-range jump shot. But I think it's probably going to start declining even more as the playoffs start to approach. If you notice, Frank Vogel has been kind of scaling back on LeBron's minutes just a little bit. I know we're only 2 games in, but I think once the playoffs start, I think you're going to start to see just a little bit of slippage here and there. Like I said, I still got them the prohibitive favorites to come out of the West. I don't really see nobody in the West that can really stop them right now anyway. But they're another one of those teams that that health is going to have to be on their side, especially for LeBron. I don't know, man. I mean, we're going into year 18.
Y'all remember how he used to try to dunk everything. Like he can't.
Because the reason why I'm bringing this up, man, I was looking at a lot. I've been looking at some footage of LeBron from his first stint with Cleveland, and I can see it clearly. It's very gradual, so a lot of people might not notice it. But if you compare LeBron this year, like 2020, 21 to 2007, it's almost night. I don't want to say night and day, but it's goddamn 10 a.m., 5 p.m. Like it's a clear difference in athleticism and first step and quickness. Like, like 18 season. I mean, that's pushing it, man. Like he's really pushing the boundaries of expanding your prime. I've never seen a guy play as well as he did, as he has going to his 18th season. But we got to be realistic.
Well, I think too. Another thing I see a lot of that teams tend not to do is that we all know that LeBron likes to, freight train his way to the basket, and it's almost like you never really see any teams try to cut off those driving lanes because we know that's his bread and butter. You never really see no teams really try to counter that to try to stop him from bogarting to the paint.
You know why, man? Because every time he's freighting his way to the basket and he runs over somebody, they call foul on the person he runs over.
But I think if you cut off, if LeBron doesn't have that quick step driving to the basket, if you take that away from LeBron, I think you really found a way to really slow that guy down because we've seen it time in and time out. That guy gets to the top of the key, a couple of dribbles through the legs, back the door. He's driving straight to the basket every time. And I always say to myself, why aren't these teams trying to put in some type of defense to cut off those driving lanes? I know it's easier said than done, but man.
And here's the thing. Some of these teams need to force LeBron to take outside shots. We all know LeBron, like you said, likes to get to the rack at will, but these teams don't need to have a strategy to force LeBron to be a jump shooter. You know what I mean?
Those are facts. Those are definitely facts. I think Anthony Davis is really he's going to take them as far as they'll go. Without Anthony Davis, that team is not going to go very far. As great as LeBron is, the guy is not going to be able to carry that team without the works of Anthony Davis. You take Anthony Davis away from that Lakers team, that Lakers squad is fourth, maybe fifth seed in the West.
Yeah, something like that.
Give or take. Yeah. Respectable. I'll give them maybe a third seed, but it with LeBron and AD, I think AD's in his prime right now. He's only gonna go. They're only gonna go as far as Anthony Davis takes him. That's just my opinion. I could be wrong, but
the Lakers got a problem right now with their center position.
Oh yeah, their rim protection is terrible. If you guys watch the Lakers,
Yeah, Marcus Gasol not helped at all. Marcus Gasol looks old. Marcus Gasol looks old right now. Montrezl Harrell is terrible at the pick and roll defense. So yeah, losing Dwight Howard and JaVale McGee is going to hurt your rim protection. Don't forget, your rebounding too is going to go downhill. Don't forget, because those guys can rebound. So yeah, so when Howard and McGee are gone, LA is going to struggle on the boards a little bit.
Yeah, they will. I mean, I kind of saw it when they played the Clippers the first game. I'm looking at the rim. I'm like, man, these guys have no rim protection. These guys are just literally just walking to the basket like nobody's trying to stop them.
And I know you said you got the Lakers.
I don't know why they thought picking up Marc Gasol was a great addition. Like, man, this guy looks like Mike Miller his last year in Miami. Like, he's barely getting up the court.
Yeah, they still try their best to get Serge Ibaka because Ibaka looked like he's the better center than Marc Gasol right now.
Ibaka looks great. The pick and pop is working for Ibaka, and he's rejecting the rim, man. I mean, Ibaka, so far, Ibaka's been huge for the Clippers, man.
Let me ask y'all this.
Yeah?
Like, seriously, really think about it. Do you really think in a 7-game series right now, I know it's early, that the Clippers could beat the Lakers right now?
I'm going to say no. I'm not going to overreact to 2 games. I have to see Paul George be consistent in the playoffs. I have to see Lou Will be consistent in the playoffs. You know what I mean? And Kawhi, I think Kawhi's going to step up, but then he can go leadership. You know what I mean? So, no, I don't see the Clippers being the Lakers. I do think they can take them to 67 games.
I'm going to have to say no, too, because I don't trust Paul George. I know Paul
and
George.
Lou Will. Get Lou Will.
Like, I know Paul George looking great right now, but
yeah,
it's hard for me to trust him in the playoffs right now.
Exactly. I don't believe in Paul George. I don't believe in Lou Will in the playoffs, though. If we use the eye test for these guys, they just, you know what I mean? It's like they're just not consistent in the postseason. You know what I mean? And here's the thing. Kawhi, look, I think Kawhi is going to step up, but can Kawhi show leadership in LA like he did with Toronto? You know what I mean? Can he show that leadership? We just have to see.
Yeah. I agree.
Yeah, the Clippers beat LA opening night last year, and we saw how that worked out. So, yeah. I'm not convinced of it.
Last night, the way they almost had deja vu. Denver Nuggets almost came back and beat them again.
They almost did, but Denver, they're just not the same team. Losing Jeremy Grant is going to hurt their depth. Also, look, if you watch the game, Jamal Murray was not really impactful. You know what I mean? Same thing with Nikola Jokic. They were not impactful. You know, the numbers look good, but you watch the game, they were not impactful. You know what I mean?
Well, if you look at that game, they were trying to run a similar style type of offense against the Clippers that they were running last year in the playoffs.
Yeah.
And what you notice is that the Clippers got a little bit more size in the paint, just a little bit. You know, you're not just gonna drive to the basket and dunk on Serge Ibaka. I know the guy, you know, he's starting to get up there in age, you know, he's starting to kind of get on that, you know, downward spiral, but he's still a force to be reckoned with, just a little bit, you know. But in all honesty, man, I still think they'll be a formidable team. Nobody to be, you know, I don't think you got to worry too much about them, but they'll be in the mix. One team I think that's going to make a little bit of noise in the West is probably Phoenix. I don't think people are really talking too much about the Phoenix Suns. I think they're going to make a little bit of noise. They might scare a couple of people in the West come playoff time.
And you want to know what's killing me right now? They claim Luka is the MVP of this season, but so far, Dallas has not looked that great. And
man, he's not been impactful at all. If you watch the games, Luka Doncic, it's like he's either being too loosey-goosey with the ball. He doesn't know how to deal with physicality right now. And look at Doncic. It's like even though he can pass, sometimes he stagnates the offense. You know what I mean? He needs to learn to get other guys involved consistently. You know?
To be honest with you, I don't even think Luka really moves that well off the ball.
He doesn't. No.
Like I just don't really see it that much. And I just hope, I hope this guy doesn't have one of those careers where he tends to be injury prone, because it seems like every time he plays, man, this guy is grabbing his knee, he's grabbing his hip.
No, really, to me, he act like he's a soccer player every time he on.
Like, I'm like, man, every time this guy plays, he's grimacing about something. I'm like, is this guy gonna be one of those injury prone type players?
Penny Dolce, Penny Doncic.
You guys are silly.
Like, he cried every single time I watched the game.
And listen, the Mavs gonna need Kristaps Porzingis back. The KP just can't stay healthy, man. It's like without KP, they don't have a true center. You know what I mean? You saw last night, like there is too many easy baskets for the Lakers.
The Lakers was killing them in the paint, like
in the post.
And then,
like
if you look at the offensive rebounds, I was looking at the stats, man. The Lakers was killing the Mavericks on the offensive end of the board.
Dallas has no true rebounding. That's what I'm saying. Without KP, they don't have true rebounding, and that's gonna be a problem. And also their role players were inconsistent. Josh Richardson was up and down. Tim Hardaway up and down. The Mavericks, they have a nice team, but their shot selection is garbage sometimes. You know what I mean?
Well, they lost a pretty good, guy coming off the bench, Seth Curry. Yeah, when they lost him, I mean, he would come off the bench last year and he was giving them some solid minutes.
Exactly.
And some good shots, so when they lost him, they lost a pretty good perimeter shooter, man. I ain't saying he's his brother, but the guy could come off the bench and give you a good solid 15 points.
That's true. And Seth can put the ball on the floor. That's the thing, though. Because remember, Dwight just came back from Achilles. Also, Maxi Kleber's making open shots. Tim Hardaway's been up and down. Josh Richardson's been up and down. It's like, come on. Like, really, like this Dallas team, look, they have talent, but this team, they're going to need a veteran, okay? The Mavs need vets at this point to calm them down. Because I'm seeing times when they're just trying to get to the basket and trying to do too much rather than just run a simple offense. And that's the problem here. They don't defend. All right. They can score, but their shot selection is very mediocre, and that's gonna be a problem. That's another reason why I don't think this team's gonna go far in the playoffs. So I don't see it.
And bad passing. Oh man, they were trying to pass this. They were trying to throw passes in clogged up lanes. Like, I'm like, are you passing it to LeBron, or are you trying to pass it to? What are you doing? Just all around. They were just playing sloppy. Yeah, they were hanging with the Lakers, but as the third quarter started going on, man, the Lakers just kind of ran away with the game, man. They just Dallas just kind of started looking just disinterested in the game. Like they weren't there no more.
Yeah, man. That's true. The Mavericks, they just don't have the depth to compete with the Lakers. They just don't have enough. So yeah, that's all I have to say, man. The Lakers, they're just a deeper team. The Mavs, the Dennis Schroeder, underrated player, can use the pick and roll with Montrezl Harrell. Kyle Kuzma's look pretty all right so far. Also the fact that, AD was killing. Yeah, and AD was killing Kleba. Excuse me.
Matter of fact, I think the Lakers had like 4 or 5 guys in double figures. Montrezl Harrell put up like 20.
And they're just a deeper team, the Mavs, and they just are more well balanced though. The Mavs, they just don't have the firepower, man. I mean, I'm sorry, man. They have talent, but they just don't have enough firepower to win. And come on, AD's killing Boba on the post and from the perimeter. I mean, come on, like I don't see it. That's my analysis of the Lakers Mavs game. Dallas doesn't have they don't have a true center other than Kristaps Porzingis.
Yeah.
They even in that motherfucking soft. But hey, I gotta end the stream because I got an appointment at 11:30. So I gotta get on up out of here. But I appreciate y'all for being in the chat room, man. Appreciate everyone that's watching the video, that's gonna watch this video. This your boy. Scream at me. Hey!